It's working! My kev can. Sorry, it took how to budge, but I'm not gonna speak to you until the minute is gone with. What's going on, Fortnite fans? Welcome to Finals of the FNCS Stage number 2. Yesterday set the stage for us coming today's 6 matches. And after those 6 matches, we will pretend to crown brand new FNCS Series champions.
Could a trio come back?
If the back-to-back dub, hold their title, oh baby, today's storylines are about to be absolutely insane.
It is a pleasure to be with you guys as always. And what's going on, Party Royale? It's super fun getting to hang out with you guys as well. Make sure to use your favorite emotes and enjoy the show. As always, I can't do this alone.
As always, I need the help. I need the help from the very best in the world. It's Reese and 11.
After 6 matches, you'll know who our champions are. Are you
guys
guys
feeling?
You gotta let me know.
Party Royale and us in Fortnite.
You know, as always, but yesterday the first game started off so hot. I'm thinking we're gonna see exactly the same thing today, and it's just gonna continue to get better and better up to that final game where we finally get to crown our champions.
Party Royale watching them.
Please don't even mention heat. Right now in the UK, the sun is shining, the weather's sweet. I'm excited for some Fortnite. You know what I mean? I'm just excited for some Fortnite. It kind of hurts that this is the final day, right? Because you want it to continue. If it could just go on endlessly, I would do that. But it is the final day. We are going to be crowning champions, and you know,
we're going to be crowning
back-to-back champions. Who knows? I'm getting ahead of myself, but look, can't wait for the games.
Oh man, we're gonna get there in just a little bit. The battle bus is getting all warmed up for us, so let's talk about a few things before we take our seats. As you guys know, we're starting the day off in Europe. We've got 6 matches here. If you like what you're watching, then don't forget NA East later on in the day. 6 matches. NA West is our final stop for the last 6, and that will close Chapter 2, Season 6. Now let's take a look at the overall tournament format bracket. What has led us to this moment in time? Open qualifier round, semifinals rounds, reboot round, and now finals. Yesterday, 6 matches. Today will be the last 6. Reese, this is it. We've got our 33 trios, the very best of the best. Okay, so and this is that last shot.
This is our last shot.
We do indeed. And if you want to know how our top 33 teams made it here, you can see on the left the full way of how they qualified here. So 3, obviously, all full breakdown. 2 days of competition, like we've already mentioned. We saw already 6 games yesterday. There will be 6 games today. We will be recapping yesterday's 6 games a little bit later as well. So look out for that. Remember, these points will be cumulative. So over the 6 games yesterday, those points will carry forward to today, and it'll be the total points who will be crowned our champions. And that's it. Not only are they champions, they managed to get the Axe of Champions as well for placing first, and obviously beautiful prize money from the top all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah, and these next 6 games is a race to be on top at that end, so you can get the Axe of Champions. We've seen some crazy things over the past couple of weeks. Even yesterday, right, we've seen crazy games happen. First game of the day, a 54-point game from No Riley, Reason, and Badil, right? They had a victory hour with 12 eliminations, you know, plenty of points up for grabs, and, you know, we're eventually going to show you guys the leaderboards, but, you know, spoiler alert, there are fine margins, very fine margins, so the ability to just collect points in any way possible is going to be huge for the games today.
It's going to be huge to the game today.
Man, and we cannot forget what's on the line. Prize money across 7 regions, but deep in EU, the prize money is absolutely insane. $300,000 for the trio that comes out on top. That final trio left standing, but they will also take home the Axe of Champions. If you've never heard me say before, well, guess what? It's gold, baby. We've digitized it, we put it in Fortnite, and created a pickaxe that only champions can wield. That's right.
That's right. But re-game in the moment, and the only trio champions could take hold of them. And now, speaking of these regions, get what? Yesterday in Middle East, we got to crown the first champion. But Asia and OCE, their first games are done, which is trying to come new champions there, and both of these three. Congratulations to Alice and Annie, Smokey and K4, 294 points, 2 victories, 2 eliminations, and recent references are 11 points 33. And these guys are really impressive across the 12 games. And across the 2 days, we have to go. Asia is probably one of the closest regions coming in. There's something 11 points 24 between 12 and down to 2. And you come, it was added at just the thing, and imagine they did down into the final game. And now the champions. A huge congratulations to these guys. So we take a look at the top 10 for the day or the 2 days at Asia. You should know that the top 3 in every single region finals are, and now will also qualify for the next season final. So you can just check out the best for the season, and it's going to be quite and play together. And moving each other, like, after all, like in the next finals, same thing could we say, like the champion clearing will be taking these FNCS season 2 goals. We'll be able to get, you have another shot of player to be looking for any stuff. Yeah, now I'm not going to complain about the third biome. If we move on to OCE, a lot of being all wrapped up. Miles Luther and Speedy with TI and Trio are now the 2 times champion. So that's back-to-back as champion in the last season, season 5, and they come back in season 6, and yet 2 times for one of company which is coming, where they're roughly within the end of day 1. When they see with the league one, we'll see how far ahead they will be for incredible thing. So yes, the big day for them is to be back-to-back in phenomenal. This could be nobody else in this region. Yeah, EK better. We know it's surprising how the baby walking away And they finished day 1 in second place, and they are able to be holding on. Because 11 places is too shabby, and the next league again saying that top 3 has also qualified for the next final. So Drinks Annie were like better performance, yeah, out of Oceania. Yes, they just. Yeah, for the next time round. So right now, speaking of top 10, we gotta take a look at the EU's current standings right away, which years ended in top 10, coming into day number 2. Like Mr. Savage, but right behind them, had Garrix and Chappie, which is champion for the last 3 years. Trading places all day yesterday, boys. So they're gonna make it. The first down the team. This is an actually like this is going to be. This is so incredible. It's going to be doing 10. Already so. So we got kind of such yesterday. Like we said, all these guys are contested, so we're just gonna go to the best top 5 in the game, and these guys are proving why they are potentially the best team in Europe and then Lama. Yeah, because they got the most. They contenders not give as well when they finish the girls' game. Yeah, because they're going to have the good. Oh, it's off done it, yeah, because yeah, like how much you get heavy first, yeah. Like you be able to get, even when you look at the set, like the teams from 11 are a lot of ability to potentially take life in check. So Joe's OP, Man Shadows literally won again yesterday. Yeah, because like they be selling them like the best thing, like team, like. So let's go to look, check out everyone. There, it's live Party Royale, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out on my mobile phone. Yes, big shout out to Joe TV, like streaming to be watching the FNCS channel. So yeah, to mention the well, so we know. Well, not big. So if you're watching on my stream or watching on, so let's take a look at the highlight. We'll be taking them back to the beginning of yesterday when Riley won that first game. But I feel these guys are real characters to start the day, because they started with the way you watch, particularly with anything. So I'll be like managed to capture themselves so clutch. Like because I'm going to check it out. This game was really where they solidified themselves using the corn as well. Not something we really see very typically. Yeah, you can see game 3. Yeah, because we were able to win the game. We talked about on the leaderboard. So after this, to do much like anything with the ring store, like how it is be really on the 6 games. Yes, and this is a turning point for the tournament. This is the jacket live number 4, which is a show that they needed the couple of big victories. So this is where they climbed higher. So this is our first victory. Extremely impressive stuff. This is going to be the first game games. So in the second game, we are just going to check the formal, the last moment of the trolley race. He's going to be starting to get into this game, like, the crazy finish, because he's like the light stuff triggers who take it out. The Sharks to win the game in the end, and he's going to the fight for him the finish. And you say teams won last season, the FNCS champions, could pick up the final game, and it was the hardest game, and the only one team game that won to get to the AR to 1. Yeah, because that's when you want to get So 40 to my base. So we gotta set the stage up a little bit. Coming into game number 2. So we just go to here. So I wanna see like some of the trios are having a different time. Just landed a game piece contested POIs and making it out alive. So I'm just curious like, do you think trios might be changing up their drive spot coming to game number 2? So I'm feeling like you could think crying. Check out everyone live on FNCS, guys. Oh yeah, so we're going to take a look at all the Wolfies team that are performing all too well. Nice. So what we're going to turn up on the strategy. So Wolfies been doing the qualifier match and also doing the heats and dropping the dirty ducks. So you can just see if it's not working out for so far and we hope it can go in dirt. We can pick a match or you can see these potentially going to be faster by Wolfie. Like so, I think that's going to bound to happen. And so we're gonna how the Harley performed in the first day. So it's going to be switching up. Now 11. Like one different game that so just go to him. There stood out to be four times now for the transport to secure. Yeah, cheesy at Slurpee was introduced one of the best mechanically ordered and they could really kiss it. They played incredibly well. Now one of the best we are. See that. Gonna be tough. Yeah. Take a look at this. Good. Confirming. Okay, up is the right elimination. Yeah. It's gotta be aggressive. Like elimination. All the way on top of the map is the most secure one on that. This is why like it could be God now they have no games in the top 10. And that's like weird. Like how did you get top 10 without any games in the top 10? So the craziest stuff like could be a bit more competition hiding top 10 units to see how much you could do out of this case. That's all. And yeah, and after this yeah, boys we're gonna talk about this, right? Flicks and my talk to you will be sticky. I gotta get away, but now they're heading lead down. But like what they need to do is really need to shine and decline these leaderboards. So the big thing about now we're so excited, so like you know it's a big thing like they need to be more aggressive like in terms of something and we saw it in the end of the year they won't even get you in. They even take particularly on the point you need to get really trying to get position. I think so. You have a larger range to get exposed. So love to too freaking much, and after 2 spectaculars, that's the 2 they can make. So now come so really talking because I want to remind everybody the current prediction coming to game of the final. Level child, you both agree. They're not doing, and that's why I brought up my point because I was going to go with. So you stick with the boy, and I feel like gonna finally get the FNCS championship with. And they're still close to winning to gain the good performance in S moments. Okay, they're gonna go for a repeat for the year. Has fixed all the mistakes and like they find it's what I actually did on day 1. So just gonna see how much art pop up, and this is going to be climbing up the leaderboard. Yeah. He's picking zero first right now and Savage and Dread, so he's going to take Sanchez, he's going to take it all today. So absolutely, well, we're not wasting any more time. It's time to kick up the competition. We're going to so we're going to do some game stage. So this is the finale of the finals, the last day of the most people we get when you have to. You're welcome to the European FNCS Sancho, and so the game has gone for $1.3 million for EU game. So we're on the beginning time. So don't you go anywhere. It's already kicking off with a #1 place team being contested at before we're gonna go down 72. Will it be in here? But no, it's actually next is true. This is what we're talking about. The adjustments are already happening in game 2 because of million dollars online. And the championship is at stake. And here are the defending champions game challenge. And Chappies already traded between hybrids. And it is a day by rumor with the sequel to the fireworks we saw in day 1. Shio wages. It's already picking up, baby. It is the SCO. And that. Hey, Shine. Is gonna go back in that. So, any game played yesterday, you're gonna complete in R6, and this is guys spots over and over again. High critique to like his life. So we're just going to be the advantage here. One POI is right over guys. You read feelings. So here we go, guys. These are very important moments. So enjoy that gets a nut. We'll keep an eye on the feed on that. That's the number 1 team. Already are not against them. So let's go. Both back in here. Chappies. Heads on the like clearly simple close against 3P championship. So the club has for them now. You have to tell you now seems like
to have wiped Screwy and Nexus off the Fortnite island just with a little bit
Fortnite island just for a little bit of getting she's got the free buff point of bar, so there's just going to be sorry, but we might still be looking out for that too, like we're gonna have things that go so far, but with this loadout there should be no problems at all. So for Savage wraps it up. This is what they're worried about going into day 1. Now they're going to be more exactly reading. This is how historically have heavily contested last week. Dealt with 2-3 children. It's like contested it there. Like they were reviewing it and they were ready, and now Jesse Haley be ready for high quiz once again. Fortis is gonna be left alone right now, and they're just gonna go again and get that. Yes, so far the bush is good. It's gonna go back pocket. That's all we can do. And right now, you're looking at a 6-1 advantage right now. Going ahead, anytime any team walks right, they're gonna rule it, and they see who's willing and play. They get double-digit victory royales. That is potentially the pop-up they have here with shy wages. Guys, day 2 is usually the day. And we're going to be checking out what's on stream and that running day goes. This is the first time one checking that. You already get just about controlling where you land. Like you guys didn't have these threats too, and I very want to go adjusting for your POI. I'll just check out. They have a huge split where they travel around the map. They just do basic crew for everyone just to survive. Just gonna see start having a big day coming off of spawn. They're just on spawn and everyone really ending up with 33 of the right now. You have to start playing crafting weapons. That has he's looking for.
And that was our 3rd place team, Mysterios with Redwart and Mappy.
It was on one epic with kind of unprofessional performance. Yeah, we're going with Fury and Magic. They have a really solid day. They kind of have potential to do that. They're trying to get a lot of first point alongside with valuable even, and you have to figure the work on if today can see that pace. But yeah, they've been out of body mentioned yesterday, and that's really going the high stakes line like this one. Yeah. Yeah, for this team on screen, which is how the stack is happening in front of these guys. And second, okay, the competition is more monumental than.
And Thomas HD, their day 1s usually are kind of scraping by. They'll be in the top 10. Won't be something crazy we're watching. On day 2, they really start popping off.
Really start popping off.
Multiple victory royales. We see lots of high placement games. The issue is, I'm not sure
like,
this lobby if it's going to be as easy as before. Just look at the map. How spread out it is for every single team, where the zone is going to be looking at as well. The level of competition is so high, and for these guys on the top right to be able to perform, I mean, they're going to have to pull out.
Look out, pull out.
It is so difficult, especially with so many good players in the lobby, to be consistent.
He could just be at the top. It can. Yeah, the one we're watching right now.
Very, very
It's just going to do a very good system on the momentum in a race today. So we still have take the zone 1. It's going to be a northern zone, so we have Hinchers that can really solid. So another trio has been doing real solid. How much they finished the top of I feel like a Vachi Neptune. Game 3, they ran over. It's the biggest thing in the region. In 5 elimination, I think 8, and that is I have to keep my eyes on the rest of it because they're keeping a live commence. And it's just like a Alright, this guys keep them stuffy stronghold. They're looking really good already. Trying to have a fantastic day too. Just like a director, right? Got said it. And you think he said it like really good time. So trying to do that together. Now go ahead and post up. Really have to really watch stories that and even though that. So when game 1, really just a little bit done. Yeah, because that the outside the map is good. Like Bizarre said, like it's going inside cars. How it's really wicked. Now, when the manager of the map, think about this, he's going to be coming very close to this. Go wild.
People started to experiment, play a little bit more loose.
Yeah,
not that many people surviving, lots of people fighting in zone. This time though, at least for this game,
you know how much everyone's taking it very seriously. You can see how big I dropped his big day. He competes the iron and fast record. This show is the most troublesome and his actual strategy. Around other people a lot and left the third party fight. Yeah, the ball really just trying to
get by this river. This is
nice.
Crazy. Fast rook-yarded pizza, especially in the end game, man.
They love the guy. And this interrupting. Yeah, but the to counter, they're not too much. They are. I think they're fine. Might they made trouble. Now we'll take a look at Blue Meteor pressure down at Jason Series. Yeah, it's on fire because the car exploded and Blue Meteor is kind of pure. His good. He started work. It's been a the kind of scary fears. Outside the map.
Did really well. They've been around the top 10. A lot of people expected them just to be storm
They were able
to get away, make some smart rotations, rotate early, like reset how important they can be. Now when I was watching Tayson and Forza R, they kind of play a little bit conservative.
They weren't really looking for the elimination.
If they can match what we all know what they can with that Elim firepower that they do have behind their trio,
yeah, it's like ready to stay out in the middle of the compact.
Yeah, red rush on your screen now. 4-0.
I remember 4-0. They watched it before. And just survived so far. I'm just scared for day. Oh yeah. Okay, coming on. But you have to start playing for the win, and you know you can take the risk and grab this game for your own trio. That's why I like to add things out. Is it just about going for the win? You have it right there. You gotta go for the win because no one is gonna give you the crown. You're gonna have to take it from the other defense. Try and hit the trio. So sometimes end up in the zone that you like coming. You know they can't kill that way. So you just gotta look at the south side. So he's so they end up winning the game. That's more ball. You get to difficult to hurt. You do not. So sometimes end up in the zone that you like coming. You know they can't kill that way. Now take these two here right now. Like we're going to take it.
Trulex, the guy on your screen right now, glorious and no pun intended at just playing these end games and having a position on height. These guys controlled the game yesterday so much from the 5th zone onwards, but then basically choked after that. You know, they could not hold on to that title spot, the big all the way up top high ground, and other teams rolled over them. Maybe they can clap back today. You have to make changes. That's what Wolfies is going for on your screen right now. Actually bullying Exteriors and Mappy, but maybe just looking for damage. They'll move on. You don't want to throw your game over just one mid-game fight. You want to survive for the whole entire time.
You're looking at what's happening, the adjustments already. Wolfies was 15-15 that yellow house. Games 1-2. They kind of split retail row. with against Kiko's trio. Now they're rotating early. We're seeing the retail row teams rotate early. Scram trio, the other retail
the other retail has rotated. This time Wolfie's kind of pushing that carries it like that. Right now it's being held by the other team to throw off start. Just check it out. Huh?
Players want to, go about their game. It's about defending your drop spot. Now towards mid-game, you'll see this cool little graphic above the mini-map on the right side. It says damage threshold 121 above for Deuce. This entire mechanic is called Storm Surge. So basically, when you're rolling in this game...
Okay, but I already sent you a link.
You want to give these guys a challenge and make
you want to give these guys a challenge to make sure the CPs they have fun. So there's 90 players at the top and 70, but it's the entire player threshold and it's not how much damage they do. So you basically have to deal damage. Oh, check out hello to Twan, hello to Plux Boogie, Plux Bro, and yeah. Getting to know me, Twan. Like, anyway, it's been a boss fight between Twan 52. Eco, right here. Right, nice. Nice. This is a horror movie. He's trying to move forward. So he's going to the area. He's going down, and that is one trio taken down. So we take arrow to save, but we may have more arrows to be elbows. So that's good to knock you down. That's going to take me out. But now for an MXR with back. Sure, like he has to be very consistent though. It's gonna go down. Obviously stronger than that. Game 5, they were 6 years and ran. Slaw! Big like yeah. Right now, they're affecting this rotation right now. Just by being here. Yeah. Well in this is on kinda like 7 different trios that come fighting this. Like he's being stabbed here. Like he's like a crazy fixed with 5 deaths behind. Like anyone has. If anyone wants to get speaking, subscribe to me, bro. Yeah, cause Misty 50 Lake Caddy Corner is right being in the right quotation. As you see in jam size, okay. This is what is happening the entire tournament. It looks like it's gonna be a repeat in day 2 in any trios. It's gonna be better in the game. Like, they have to avoid this kind of right lining game like that. So this having and this is game 7 out of 12. So this is how I'm gonna get JS Cream go around. This is going to be active anyway. Bad sniper like in Storm. Getting some damage, looking for an angle right now. Just go to get some easy arguments. And once again, in terms of reading what's going on in the stream, like, it might be confusing, like it's gonna how fast to watch. Once that threshold is gonna peep in and pop on the right side, that's gonna look at the health bar. It's gonna show how the trio is doing. So they're about 204 damage above. It is really good. Anything below that, sometimes it can be trouble. There's only even more trios still inside the storm. How? Look, never mind. They're going to go actually. Everyone's looking. Don't go very far. I try to together. And now this is going to be rough retreat. Yeah. So it's really type of rotating if the zone could pull and move. It's going to nightmare wrath and hysteria. That is our like that kid's looking. And jerky right now, like, you know that, man. Like 4 hours this game, they're all high, and they're but only one of them, they only hold down is high. Yeah, a big shout out to Mer Topic. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so you just go yourself to already like go for at least 1-2 victory royale today. So this is such a weird game, guys. So let's with this watcher, we're organized driving basically. Everyone in the own lanes. By the way, they're following traffic laws. This time, I'm like bobby cars. I'm looking at trees bouncing off each other, shooting over and over again. No one's leaving space for anyone to walk by. Even Nate so far. It's so issue. It's going to be hard beat. This is going to be troublesome. So it's going to be like how much elimination 2 points here. It's good to go for more emails to get that. How's good to catch the top of the leaderboard. So everyone but bunch us about side. There's some evaluation good to be, but there's some kings on it. And a god trio maybe. It's watching as an upside lifeguard. It's good to take out other. Everyone's gonna have to start this swimming. Because Turkey's already down. He's going back to looking by JC and yeah. Because this how playing the game from the hardest thing, how you play like neatly. So he's gonna go good story as well.
This is going to be a ruthless rotation.
My guys, you should be looking at because they have been just going to be the entire side. Yeah, so many trios are on the south side, the north side, and just still look troublesome. They're on the orange in the middle of that map. They have a strong positioning right now. That's the higher point of the kitchen. But the river is available for rotations. On the top right of the screen, that's the extremely trio. Some best extreme tournament. Shifted down to Camp Cost, having trouble with Storm Surge, not be able to gain what they do in game 2, making those adjustments. So as you know, no one's holding on, so it's gonna go to that. Too chaotic. Yeah, come on. He's gone. Like he's gonna try. No longer manage what to do. Everyone and not in his own place today. I'm not sure. A top of right there, but they get everyone doing in the position. And this is gonna do it while they're doing it. It did across the day. So we already saw who's a high just going. It's the deals 12 who made those game plans moving that I talked about, those adjustments. They started saying, man, now we have a plan. We saw yesterday where they kind of pushing everything. Game. Going another early and they have 5 positions to get beams. And now the player back front mentality is still chilling. They're gonna do it from the distance. So wowzers, I'm proud of they're still thinking. So yeah, like he's gonna go for the like he's gonna fill down the board and 68 plays are good bus on the day just gonna end up 60 if they could just chill us a bit. Just they're using that and it's good to be like good. Like you got on through because when they got to the end game they're just gonna be Italians. And a big tournament in this end game. So it's good second stance. Like for themselves, like he dive in the trio, and now I'm just going to be like backside to rotate. Yeah, like they even lot of trios are telling that later than this. Back to move on the way, back. He's going to be waking and falling space and get trapped in the end again. Maybe it goes by fast. He's gonna go next push side. Moving to I love them. Is bad in traffic. Like it's garbage down. How does that happen? This is your first playthrough right now. Over the 7 game now. I know it's just a 7 points right now. But just gonna get it. But today you have 1 person left. So if Grady goes down, it's gonna be start. They might drop out first. All eyes are on Andrella for this end game, and there's so many people looking to cheat. No man. So Andrella has to go back in the time and see. He's going to work for the World Cup. So I remember that out of that because this job is all about getting punishment as many guess sorry. Oh no. This is the first time I'm watching this. Actually, this is FNCS. It happens, man. Okay, close range, they're all lethal. This I'll go down after he's trying to float the stinkfish. So he's gonna go further, he's gonna go for the it's hard to run away from the stinkfish. For once again, use them close range. They use damage to use the entire box. It's just gonna come down. But so many chuckers and making it these guys are gonna go win on these HP. So here he's good. So the storm is already moved away. Like good taking the rebuild, and then he's going to start going for the day. Nice. Day 2 is the day. Oh, they're going to be able to go and grab it. He's good. He's looking interrupt this too fast, so man. one front side, they can make a new base. So these guys are gonna make it. Chassis. They go down to the backside of the store. This is how, like, go down to the down, but top in the way. Traffic is the last person alive to go inside to make the rotating. Traffic is losing. He could not get his abilities. You see how you cannot get ultimate low. We're only trying to find victory. This is his defending Traffic, who had the motivator of they can do and walk away with the victory round. He's going to do all he can. Now not in the second places. But let's take on the higher height. Chance doing nothing. He's gonna go looking down below that. He's going to look down there. Without up to the cat to find versus some long ground. So he's going to get 3 against 3 after the third boss is back. Everyone in the middle low ground he's going to do it. As safe as I can believe in the moment. Hyper will have to work out for overtime. And go for that, like, look how tough it is. Brick balls every day. Middle light, the deal. No rallying, like, he's going to survive alone. They get a little bit of break. Now, even January, the first place teams have one place. Each takes out 7 big guys. Meanwhile, time down. Yeah, for leaving the energy right now. So it's just good. I never see them. This, on the fact of the lobby. This is how the top is for them. They're gonna wrap in this game. But yeah, but this is how like, they're gonna go. I visit Inventor right here. This is where they start getting elimination when the lobby gets here. We get tired of this right now. Let's get to be out. I'm going to set it for it with how many heals, so he's going to that would heal off with the condition. Yeah. But look. Not Riley and you. This is going to be a rock on the low ground. And they're going to keep up this player right now. And they're going to get into and they're going to get bounced up. But not the are here and the neat in the end game. They're just going to go to pop up even more, baby. Low ground. W hell round 3. If anyone here watching on YouTube or Party Royale, but go with YouTube or Party Royale. Up to you. But since those 2 are watching on me, keep it for me. Stay here. Because this is good. This is too venomous. Thomas HP. I do there because this is a high caliber row. So with the zone going into the backyard, this is going to be the game that could be the signature that I'm talking about. Game number 1. I mean, the head to go down. They're not gonna let it go here. Marvin with the phenomenal performance they have for today. Now it's just good to be together. Just stay with the low guard road. There's so quickly everyone's trying to get. Hey, the walls are closing in. The sound real. Still got the taking out. There's no hopping here. Yes, and not throwing the 7 builds, but they're not being locked. Take a 60 together. They have the connecting point. They're beaming down and lay this guy in the sky, and not in either planets can survive this pressure. Now he's working on the build. Starving is everyone's debate. Thomas is going to go for the turn, and he's going to first. They're still staying up, and he's going to play with it. Reasons runs out like 2v1 as he can steal it. He has all the mats from the eliminated body below. For going over the bridge, instead it's going to be still like about 30 seconds and 9 Thomas. Don't drop down. No, they're not going to. They're just going to stay up, and they have some time to breathe. So they have inventory. He has enough build just to hold out here. The reason they have the day 1 Victory Royale game 1 popped off huge. No, you don't know. I'm not so fast. Big. Tyrese's gonna go back to something. He does, and he's gonna go for the reasons good. Oh my God! What? Are you kidding me? Reason can get the Victory Royale. How, bro? How? Shayo, what are you kidding me? Are you talking about like 1 second on this team all the way at high rank? Then basically doing how it looks like Reason gets the highest at last month as well. Without the game and this man I'm not even to another team other guns punches the unclutchable. But this is those that's just here so what the heck am I watching? This is just the first game. Whoa, now this is okay. Reason that had to be put in the most difficult situations. You could be put in as trio with aim on 1 minute that's live. And those final few zones are just going to be figure out, okay, what do I have to do? What edge do they play? So he's like, you know what? Just let me get shattered by dry energy and just roll up here and get the Victory Royale, Reese. I mean, Adam. Yo, what's up? Because you're not. you know, have T1 team listed up this game, and he's going to start med kits. He's going to start moving it. He's going to stop. And there it's going to be clinical away, and they're going to have lockdown. He's going to be on any East. He's going to time. We actually go. Actually going to be available, but he's going to be able to pop off because he's. And we'll be catching up. We didn't win the game yesterday. We'll be living on the match of Kings things going. So what? How last season's, you know, champions? Because you know, you look at the other two teams who played for the first team versus the last game last season, and this is from last year. The reason that has it phenomenal crutches has been as well. Has been just clutching G's in his rage. Like how he's going to win the 1v2 in the game. He's going to do that, and looks like he's going to really understand how he's doing it. And this is how he's going to be coming back in about 5 games in the final limit. So really are turning the first round. He's going to be sure they're still understanding it. So he's going to be seeing how he ends in the first place. So just go to hit clutch of his second, but no. Let me just wipe it with Andrew. No problem. That's how we start this happening today. So in the finals, let's go about drop throws, that. But anything to get. Yeah, we got onions. Like he's going to play. Like he's going. The carry actually looks like he's going to look at that side. Now look at this today. It's going to be the insanest. You could know what you could do. You could do a kind of ruffian in the hands, and he's going to start. He's going to say whether he's talking about the opportunity. He's going to be trying to eliminations, like how he's going to be start. Yeah, but he's going to be how much that he's going to be like how. He's good, like they probably said. So some of these excuses, like he's going to the uncontested judges. Like regardless the tickets and things, are like, look, these teams the head skill has just sort of gone down to the third because of the and in third place, so this is how Syria makes Syria in first place. So why you check out? This is literally almost top 5 predictions. This is how the champions, you know, you predictions do one are going to be sound feeling predictable. Like you know how it's good do it. Elimination of spawn that goes to do with a few points. Up to the knife by himself, so they're going to be 2 moving, so they're going to manage to make 3 moves. It's going to be really going to be kind of taking out lead a little bit, but then I think we're going to be clutching all the way to so yeah, Kirashi's team and his team is going to be looking down to 2 with the United still, Medley are going to flat, and we're just going to go back to the 8 game to 1-2 slots, so we're just confirm that victory is right. The video has got to the top place, so 5 more days to go. Hopefully we're going to be destined to become better, maybe. We have it. We have more games here waiting for us. A lot of these trios are looking to shut down this top 3, because remember it's top 3 of the auto field quality. So you know what it's time for. We get to make way because side rest are coming through in this game. So let's take about their way. So game number 2 of game number. Yeah, if that how things are gonna change, I'm not ready. So I'm just going to be that how it's gonna go today. Which last one we saw last season, way after the final game, the final rotation. He's still up, and this is once again. Who are essentially gained 6 points after this engagement. And this is going to be how I end up capturing his first for 9 finish. It's going to be the opportunity to finish outpacing Dragon's Tail, who be scoring services. If you take a look at after Dragon's Victory Royale, that trio basically just kind of like average out the way the rest of the Williams. Did you? I think we'll see a back-to-back championship.
I'm liking how you mentioned the fact that they're getting, you know, these
I feel like how good you get the only team that. Oh my God! Look at it, 10 plus, and I like. You're going to be like, it's good. How it's good, bad it was. It's good. It's about how like, yeah, they're looking real good. After one. Look at they're approaching this fight. It's boycott of the high grip around the bucket chest. It's getting off the POI, but tap is a good. Like how to go for the backside. Let's see how it looks like. He beats some more of these chats because I want to know what you're saying because I like the words of what you can see the first battle as well. One of us gets picked, and I think we'll have a chance here. So then has to be slow and clutches between able to pick up the game. How this is going to be like. So I'm calling out. Just gonna take a look at these. Let's get to have it now. It's gonna kind of take me up on it, but one of the hit back ships right now. So he's going to go always looking for anything, and it's good to be looking at. He has so many to deliver this fight. Not the only thing, right? But they have so big bridge, underground base, and so many hands. It's good to like they're reforming again, so big like they're just to be like 7-3 Elam, so they understand that treat me to walk away. They're good to be you know how the big game themselves. And look at the trick that judges and champions have done at this POI. They basically forced a vortex on the line how to get over to the left side. So you have certainly control. Guess like how to do it, make the fry. According to these guys, how they control the POI. By the two people control how you compete fire will and go to try and run away to find how water can move. Yeah, that's how you kind of move attention and get pretty see, but he tracks all the attention to make room for traffic that heads on the other side to go the way up. This is the brand.
It really doesn't matter what weapons are in the inventory in this engagement.
We've seen a great makeshift gun get that. So he's good. Go for the hands right worry, but look at it. This is going to find they're showing up this time right birth. So right now it's truly is not the war of everything Roman, it's going to be a war of rebuilding right. Jet I believe is on the backside. It looks also like he's mastered the solo. We see one minute. We see on the other match to catch up. So let's look at a match they invested over there for all three players. They're losing. He's one of the references. Only Justice has been using this mushroom. Now you're just gonna be fine the whole time. See how it goes, and you can see really. There's Tina, and if you see the second as they have the early game fight trying to get taken immediately, and this guy to get moving up. Right now, it looks like he's confused. Guys are. This is our boys, and he's up back to back. It's all about these resources. Just keep watching them. They have somebody to find down here. Light on top. He can't. They go back up in that position. Is like so. It's going to be a very good actor, and they just a potential to go all the way to like. No good. Good, being back. So this is going to be over. It's going to go to emission. It's going to be recovered. It's going to just go make it start with the side time. See, and why is this happening? So why is that different from before? The last game when you start, you just fight real scrappy. It's because it's quality around. They have the zone out quickly, they could really stress out. During the fight, you know they'll start going anyway. Because they're basically living in his area right now. If we like he's going to try and get this, but because this is, you know, a vortex is gonna get answered there, you get it. Like he's gonna see how it looks like the jabs is like. So the only time I've seen this is like in the tournament is head went to Flopper Island to get the gauge to reach more insane to get more HP, and then they call it
that's going to be different here is that Tripper's trio that
like,
usually
hey,
rotates into that little clip area hasn't been here just yet. Now they're rolling in. They're
like
rolling
he's
in
good to be rolling in right now.
We saw Chappiks
get beamed from the area right now. Could be just enough. You know, he's gonna find this opening. Let's get through to the head trio.
The third party of a different team on this left hill that comes in, and
He comes in and look.
Chappiks, by the way, was on high ground. He was in the position of this opposite team, Vortex, the night before. He got beaten hard. I think these guys have learned from that.
Learned that, but now they're playing low. There's no chance the first party is gonna be is gonna actually see them. They're gonna actually see them. How to do because go right. SD is good. Center move center of the map. The POI is gonna give the big one. Mentor's gonna go stop it. This is got his game. Just RP. No one's holding anything back. But no, this is not a goal. The Marvin's trio is getting off these days. Yeah.
But this is just a men's rotation. This southern rotation, I call it the struggle rotation.
Yeah, it's struggle on this thing. Like,
every time we've already seen it in game 7, now in game 8, you're seeing all
like he goes.
that's happening. Jamside hasn't had a great tournament run because of this.
Like, you know, because of this, and you know, because he's be able to be a little bit better, but he's just go for the late rotation here, and Peter on the backside, yeah, he's gonna get to this coach. So I never seen people voluntarily going down to 3 teams to fight. They're just going to do something really on their strategy. It's good. Like I mean, we know it's like happening in the EU. Like they're stopping Serenite. You know, I'm done doing the long range sometimes. I want the box fight, and I have the last thing to get it. The more we can beat these guys, and I think legally like he's good. Like we can beat these guys, and we can take them to those. See, that's what they face. More important than that, see the previous game. So that he's going to go for the beer. We ought to be seeing that he's Hedgefield trying to bolt him up a little bit. He's going to go for third place against the first guy's trio. So we're just gonna go for anything but going for it now. That happens. This is good. 40 yard they chasing. They have already missed taking highs. We actually missed them. This miss. And now he has high guard. That was two easiest. And now he's gonna hit that possible. Checking in the base, and this is good. Actually difficult. Yeah, he's good. Let's go with my infantry rifle. Like he's gonna call it. This is why he's pumping. And this is good. He's gonna say back to his team, move up to his side, and after he's gonna shoot him down, and he's gonna go chasing near 40 yard. Get it. Pressing in time tonight, he's going to be really good this time. Like, you know, he's going to be, yeah, like, you know, guys are just good to be done. It's good to go to get mid game fight, especially when you're behind the safety is up. His throw is so risky in the same box right now. On the wall, it's just going to be shooting pubs at it. Not even squeaking their pickaxes, and the dead basically launching that they're going to be looking at for everything. They'll find water fights, master class in the mid game, and for the orientation and 8. And it looks like Broom is like just going to be bored and they can't get it. Don't worry that it's going to be taking he's going to take an engagement a little bit further. We'll be seeing Bloom and Nathan Seal. It's going to be anything colliding. And then KD's trying to get a third episode as champion. And now it's focusing over here like he's started. His real studio has won game 1 of day 2 as last season. So he's going to see how and now I see the changes. They're actually being looking for but not yeah. But it started more I guess a like on the tags. So just go switch up. Yeah, I hear frogs guys, I hear it. So just gonna know how to check here because I have like he's gonna go far away for like he's gonna be on round 2. So that's because like he's gonna go for the big finishes. So go to revive very how much he can make the frog extinct how much he's gonna go to the next space and now he's going to just like go to drop it now because Joe wants stuff. So much but on the same time, Stumpy Joe has more peppers.
condition for
I'll just
Shadow.
rush.
That is part of their game plan. They got a victory royale by playing for height.
We'll have
Down towards Holly Hedges Meadow.
he's good. Meadows, and looks like the Sergeant is going to be taking his fight, and then he's very good by his shots. So dangerous for jail. This man is going to be. It's going to be like. Look out. And now it's going to be golden tack shotgun. It's going to be look like. Yeah, because if you don't, you know just how to kill Theo right now. So they're just feeling like they want to take down this kid. So HP 30, like just gonna go under. They want to get into his right, but they're trying to kill down them. Actually, trying to slow down the temptation to get in there. So stop the boat bed like he's gonna learn from such thing. He's going to go for the fight. And literally, like they will isolate and do that routine like us. They're watching you along and having a good time. You guys are too, and you know, trying to get off his way. He's crazy. So for Ed at all costs is here. Now he's looking through the eyes, and he's now just going to. He's going. I mean, very boxes. This is how much he literally agrees with the time. Because Elam's are the dopest ways to move. Next days from different. And even this game is going to be so risky. Now we're going to take a look at the best of the board as Sweet has been impressed by Kiriachi, and now this could be no way to be found. And this now in the tournament, the entire team has been how they can French trio that we saw last year is good to be
They have an opportunity to close out
that chapter here. And last week we had Flabby. Let's see Flabby this year. So about Matthew's going to go to the first game, not back because this is 2 points on total and it's good day. And you can make things up. It's so hard to stay invisible. Be passive. Oh no, all the game now. He's gonna go for the same boss fight as well. So he's gonna. Oh my god! He could go into teammates right now. Now he's trying something. He's gonna make not even not the first place trio. Now he's gonna carry first place trio. We're just gonna be the 2 of them are down. These guys are leaving the leaderboards over the video 2 days. He's good to be running out flame blade around the top here and see how he's going to take it over. Good 60 HP. He's going to be shots to the outside. Everything's going easy. You see go by. He's going to be the fix on the other side. He's with flame trying to avoid knife effect. What is this? Through the fire, and I don't think he's going to have a nice finish. No way, not dead. Considering that you have been dreaded there. Yeah. Maneuver as well. And look at the storm surge going down. And Thomas's speed is going to tick out. I'm not doing by himself. His brother is now pushing. And when you is like trying to back up his teammates, but he's now taking a big shamble situation in this set. Now it's good. Right, takes it up and cleans it up. Now it's going to go for forward and traffic. Now full shut up. Traffic could break for the moment. Yeah, but not. Remember, time is down. Summit and they're the last team to have basically, no surge tags, like no. That lightning was distracted over and over again. Took wait a second. Fine, he damaged to go down as the last play for the fresh shoulders. Loose 6 and Hardest is good to be good shooting them with stick buds. Like it's gonna be another it's gonna go for the tough jump. Just leaving a Chavez trying to relieve because this is going to shot too, and this is going to be 3 triggers. So Savage's weapon and that bit is 6 foot, and he's going to get into a little bit of a storm surge and get this around the 6 foot. Go stuck on trying to in the audience. It's like it's gonna stick it, it's gonna get a lot of high 3 times. So whatever we were saying is some players to Fortnite quiet right now, and it's going to be like everyone's gonna try and stop. Absolutely, everyone really active. Push this the boxes and now the rest of the game. Savage no, not the last game. Like you're trying to join after clutch. And they have.
He's still alive somewhere, it seems that. Hasn't gone down, might even have the reboot.
Guys, now he's trying to reboot all around. Savage left guy is good. It's just going to be pit stop on the road trip. He's not down here, so what he's done is traffic is taken down by a storm. So now first place. Well, that's good. Wait for Raska. And then Jada moves started moving third place. The target HD. Okay, a test taker because zone number 4. It's going to be about risky reels. And we all have to be sick. We are made very hits so well in the tournament right now, so we're just expecting another blockbuster hit for game 8. Now game 2 it is day 2. Actually went to the orchard at this period that winning the game from the ground. They popped up and maybe Cleveland Drugs during the madness experience. Might get the rest of the series. So this is what they trapped. This is their home, and you know how they know how to not just right now. Jack could be like hype though. They just like for the it's gonna go for fast control of the game. So 3 eliminations right now. Then it's just gonna move up to the leaderboard right now. There's this 4th place. One team who talks about conservative plays. Now he's gonna go into aggressive process. But he says for the yard can rotate with them just switch out his team. He wanted a more serious unit. He goes to run and we go to so he's going to go for niche. Going off the road, we can rush it into the grand final. We know that these finals are all about they were there, so this is going to be an opportunity, a chance to kind of turn this fate and let everybody know they still have got it. So definitely the most improved trio of the entire season. That's why they're going to look for the shots. Is there no other way for this? Because I have to half the base, and you know this is good. Yeah, robot. My car be moving hard. Then I just prop it inside of a bit lower. Turning up. People are going down. So I'm just having an alpha having big trouble. Right, what? It's just popping. These guys are popping, but there's so many angles they need to cover. So I'm just high Stacy Barnes. Yes. Team Stacy and part of a team, and I'm Baby by myself. Whenever you begin like carry a train, now that I can see so like how much they can their run. They're just reaping right now. Just gonna go let they're coming from the south side. There must be exactly where the right is. Look at the south. We rotated at the same time because that course that run would have to find that. Everyone is crazy. Keep buying. There you go. And that's close for next season. Like, need a river. This is where players come test like him. Since I have movement. Yes. Yeah, because please do not go anywhere because I might be back anytime soon. Right away.
Is already a feat in itself. They solved the puzzle of Coral Castle. For the longest time in the FNCS, no trio has really found success. They found some success. Just to paint a picture, last season, Kenzel, alongside with Waking Deceptos, finished in 30th place coming out here. If Sapphic and Siberia could finish as a duo, that would be a great run. But look already what's happening. Noah, Riley, and Reason and the Deal have become a hype team. They stopped buzzsawing the lobby, and now they're flying high in the sky.
You're telling me Noah Riley, Vadil, and Reason
I've never heard
over 8 hours after sleeping learned patience? That's insane.
That's a
they really want to win. They want to come back. Remember, Sancho first and then down to 16th after 6 games. They're trying to climb their way back up. They're 10th place right now on the cumulative leaderboard. They're looking to rise higher and higher. Here is who is in their way: Trulex, Squeezy, and Jerky. They're uncomfortable right now. They're itchy. They're not used to being second height. They like being the highest in the lobby, and it looks like they have a little bit of advantage on zone. Just like yesterday in game 2, this team took control of height. They tried to pop off. They could not clinch the game. This time, they'll try to do it once again, but they have an entire Titan to take down. It's not free for them. They have to get through Noah Riley, Vadil, and Reason.
How is Reason's trio going to be able to handle this? Trulix does have a pepper here. Are they going to go ahead there, look for the chop? We've seen Trulix's trio get chopped before in a phenomenal way by Vidil's trio themselves. In game 1, they chopped them out, and they were able to take height and the victory royale. So they're clashing again. Just look at this run, child.
Oh, Reason! I think he got hit by a bull from Trulex. They're screwing from the backside. There's so many teams moving over. This is huge for Trulex if he goes up. Yep, 173 damage above. It must have been a big shot, but they're still fighting. Queasy all the way up top. Meets over to Trulex. Look at how much this costs, Sancho. No shields in Trulex's inventory. Two of the teammates took 100 damage, and now they have height. A deja vu of day 1. Can they actually end up finishing the game, though?
They need the resources to hold on. Day 1, they couldn't hold on to height at all. They kept losing it here around zone 7. So they have to keep an eye on the backside. Let's see who's second from height. They actually have Andelix and Stacey, but they already lost a trio mate. So I don't know if they're going to take it here. So that focus has to be down on the low ground. Savage and Dreda, Refscard, they have an opportunity to get the victory royale. The question is, they're down the soft mat. So if they can find an impact refresher, get that frag, get back some builds and hard mats, they can walk away with their game 2 victory royale again.
Whoa, what a risky rotate. They go all the way in, no builds whatsoever. Here's the refresh opportunity. Big shots from Savage, it's huge. They do get one body, fully eliminated. The master back in the inventory. Savage, though, has none. Can't build any ramps, can't do anything, can't defend himself. Twos with the shots. He actually dodges them left and right. Savage is rolling, and Refscard finds him. They're both going to be together. Refscard must have the builds. They're in old mats. It's looking good. Payson down in the feed. Savage, Refscard, and Dreda. They're at home right now. This is their zone. They can win this game, but they need materials.
The materials are running low, but at height as well, the materials are running out. And Dreda's trio is in second place. ForZR and Tayson in 4th place. They're making the way, but look, their materials is running low as well. Pressure coming from height, pushes them down to the low ground. And it's a very dangerous layer to be on. ForZR with 3 eliminations, 12 HP, knocks Mr. Savage, stops that trio right in their tracks.
Stop this trio right in there. I'm back, guys. James here, I'm barely alive, and he's going to be back on the next game. Baron is done. And 2 HP in my. Yes, he has to pick it up and stop time. Just what do you and sign okay. Yeah, he's squeezing now. Hurts that we can do. None of the impressions there. Because you know, you try. Yeah, because you're done for the trio. In the other line. They're down by the knee. Sorry, they're just going to be. Not a big. See, like that might be a cost a lot of Gambia. Yeah, that's all looking. You already see it. Yeah, Trulex has 2 floppers, 2 medkits. He's going to be the man that sitting on the high run and the most just. Okay, Lazy going for the medkit. He's going to the wire. He's gonna get Kirachi getting that. Oh, when you do that to flop and pay, you get the angles. Just send the beam down, bro. Well, we don't see why Command gets tagged on the backside. Command has to get the back even. Clever hold gun. He's gonna call that for his spawn. And he's good. He's trying to show to us. Looking up high. And it's all at the high. And it's good. The win again. They'll go to demon themselves. Like they're going to. So what we saw was just like he's going to look on the drop down. Shooting the flexing. And he's going to go for this time. How he's good. I could go below, but it might be the last one. One more flapper. And Zone is 2. Shooter gets it all the way in the end gate, which saves them from the end yesterday. It's always been 2 days. Like, that. And now just go to like starting. Like he got many times. Like he's gonna go for the big, more very low, but aggressive. Gets up at Ian. Stop after the low ground. He's just going to be winning more games, so he's going to get the first victory royale in day 2 Shire. Yeah, but 40 has so many teams that are going to be. Yeah, he's good with a very, very tough. He's going to be fun. Yeah, high ground kings, you know. Yeah, he's. Like he's yours.
And I like how the cast kind of set this up. They're looking at that redemption arc, right?
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I didn't even care about yesterday. Today, we're gonna show up.
Yeah.
I think like that storyline is so true for indeed reasons to
Yeah,
do
this indeed.
right? You gotta think winning that first game and then it looked like it's gonna be
This is not how it's going to be. His last game is taking heights so early up in the first and it's going to be so much in this game. Like he's going to be a little bit too much because Squeezy, his team is so good. And always in high ground, we see like how he comes from yesterday, and we're just gonna come in a game where he has a lot of ever in history of them playing tournaments in this game. So literally, in the whole day of yesterday, has his he's going to be good then up for that. Then it was so they learn how to play. So you can see how it's true. I'm just going to be up to the truth. Yeah, because you're going to be and they're going to be so tough. And they're just going to be some like oh man, yes, today then they'll held up and win to them. So it's just going to be more than these, and they might stick in a redemption, guys. So I'm just going to be so honestly, anything is possible. It just depends on how you approach it. So let's talk about these again game coming out from last game number 1, because we saw yeah, so he go with the future potential game. He's gonna go for the last kick because he's gonna go for the. He goes actually in the point and no longer at 100. He's going to stay alive, and this you see, and this is how he starts. Fables like that. Next these guys you could do how 2 builds. 2 builds rating is only half. Seems like you know that how much. I know that's the positioning rather than get their like you know how much he's good. Moving off to these is going to be like when many became on the right hand side, it's just going to be a bit pay for the other side. Then now the like okay, fine kind of HP, so it's going to be for both fighters. Like he's going to just take out for these obvious teams. But let's see how that last these like how it's going to be nice. They're just going to be a bit savage a little bit. They do that. They haven't beat these today, but they're nothing going to be bad. How they did it today. It's going to be Tweety and Trailer because he's shooting all his game. Asking them to be a big side. No, like closing the gap to close it to the end of the day. Now he's got not only them now sounding like checking out how much chasing and Nate checking out looking like how he's going to be, how much you can kind of look how much they jump before game, and look how it's really. This is how it's going to end up in the exciting before game, and any DCs right now are completely ego ready. So, this is only game 2. Although I know that I stressed out in this emotion, so don't do this to me like I'm being down. You know how much these cheese are just good. You're going to be so good to be end up styling up delays happen. Instead, there's always other cheese, but they're just good. He goes for Johnny said good because as you know I'm going to be, you see the behind the scenes on Uvo. I'm using behind the scenes Uvo because I'm celebrating the clients. So check about me in live camera hand. So right now in EU right now it's all about the win search, and it looks like Trudex is really are doing the best, so you're going to think about it. On to the NAE broadcast. I think high ground games, low ground get tournament, but so ground. Freezing 2 up. I'm flipping that table, putting out the high ground, and they're going to be looking very solid in day 2. So as I mentioned, game time. talent. This could be going to multiple victory royales. Like he's going to be to lose a high ground. Using a flank with just normal build, and that's what checking out how much. You can do no bouncers and more stuff like that. So we'll just see what could do as you see, let's just do nothing. The battle versus customer. See who's getting see a kind of strategy, and when they change the strategy, this is where they get trying and what's got to get in and knock the mid guess. And this is where you know how much it's dangerous. Good to be. And that's how they try to stop you from winning. So we started season 4. We just get something that's put up and stuck in the street. We started season 5. All the teams landing is here right now. Day 1, so that just could be the question. Who we slow down? Normally it looks like are they a triple? Are you to stop and slow down the drive through? So the hunter from North Scotland, I'm not going to be going back and picking up, just hiding up the ridge like that. Just going to be try to find like they understand how far. Right, I see I'm using Streamlabs, guys. It's going to be taking the real well. It's just kind of any X team. It's going to go. Good to have a good day. And I believe that Wolfie fired out I don't know that might be a 2-man time operation. Good to be clutch. We're just gonna be like how much. Yeah, you do have survived this trade, so it looks down to get the replacements that already go ahead. They're just gonna be like game. As a duo right now, just good. Like how it's good to get you appreciate showing how you could work actually be, because to just try to work their way in, and that it's a couple points avenue fine digits averaging 25 points 8.8. So this day really started to get alright, you just can see the bottom left of the spill with that. Every time they see a box fight, every time they see anyone rotating out in the open, that is going to be like you know how much you do that. You just have to have the heart to break. You can perform it that maybe the Fortnite world takes about 3 games. How centered around emotions. Okay, and that because go down. Look like how he's gonna start the game, because it might be an off spawn and just going up to, you know, starting up. He's going to be starting after this one. It's gonna be something like that. The carry, but Turkey, chicken, savage. They have to get the bound all the way to the 5th place. Yeah, probably the first. Yeah, at least no, I didn't see how much. Yeah, in the fight. I'm gonna be here to survive in this game. It's good. So that means it will be tested. Only one engagement yesterday, and every time they walked out of it, they got 2 victory royales with double-digit eliminations. The other time, they run into the deal that had for the data. No, I took it out. Take it out. Hens trio in that $100,000 box fight. I will never forget that call. You know, an intense situation, and that's where it all came down to last season. We're getting closer and closer to the final game here out of the 12. Closer to the final game. Halfway point here in day 2, and already we already seeing like all the Savage fans are Hypers fans right now, right? Yeah. All the hits because all the hits that I like for the previous fans. That the other can drop spot fights go the opposite way as well. Yes, these are the opposite. Yes. So look at what a funny place you try to end up. Hey, this is the entire game, like how you box up how your team, you turn the height, it's going to be like, you know, bigger total being hope that we'll be like taking more risks right now. Just go for the with it's going to be not consistent on how much you can do.
this game might be a lot more trickier to navigate.
So he's going to be quick around from next. Just not as fast as Ball, so he's just throwing everything at the wall, folding up spaghettis, because you talk about just coming every time you move that lever boy. So this is going to be working against the grip. So the gameplay, it's working. So it's working. Like they don't have to care about bacon. It's not even the first thing I came back. But they're gonna go back to the boss fight. They're not to mention not much change everything we have a very quick in this game. And this trio is right here we have a review show all the labels in the backside. And it seems like every tournament. Okay, look, the storm is going in now. You know how it's going to keep the two to this for also fight, and that's what the ride to game one. And they're still getting out, you know. But right now they're looking at 5th place, and if they can kind of move up, the movement even more. He's gonna go for the move here.
They don't do anything when they're alive. They don't get any elims. Usually when they're playing around, they survive. They make very smart rotations.
And that's gonna go very smart.
The thing though,
you go for it. Like this, like has to be with 9 eliminations. Switching things up. The weird condition of the day. I'm just gonna go and start on the internet. It's so lovely whenever you send someone. Right, because yeah, because you know I'm not going to be reviewing video catch me die. It's good. It's good. Interesting feel like you know it's good to be like yeah, cause you know how much true, these two like they're just wanted to ask to see like one thing before, so just like he's good.
When that doesn't happen, you start to get negative emotions associated with that push, right?
Let's see, they put some now just gonna be like 7 approaches, and then you points just go to get points happy or death. It's a mess. It's the emotional team that just going to be making them very, very happy. They're getting, keep doing it. Just get you know this. You the second week you already started. You know how and start and in the same time.
These guys, they love to eat, and right now they're just holding on. You know, they're just they're calorie deficient and making sure they're leaning out because when they
leading out because when they get lead, they are dangerous. They're very mean. So, yep, if you remember these other two that I'll be watching, like this, be watching this thing.
Patience sometimes comes at an off
yeah,
like a weird time. Sometimes too patient when they should be aggressive. They're still learning that type of game, and they're actually very similar, I would say, with Dylan O'Reilly and Reason when it comes to approaching mid and end game. But we'll see. They're kind of in the same spot. Maybe they can also bring it up 7th place.
Because then you bring up the 7th place voting.
The aggression hasn't been turned on
completely. That's good.
Back to back from Nebs, Bubak, and Waze rolling through.
Thank you.
Into the top 10. If they can get another 3rd, I mean, lucky number 3 for this show. They're looking real good. Meanwhile, 4-0 Nate, Tayson. I mean, there's so much to talk about with these guys. Top 3 right now. Lots of doubts in the preseason. Lots of doubts while we're watching them.
He sees that about a team. They're just gonna be fix everything. And once they have all these,
we talked about it last night a little bit as well.
Good.
We need to start owning these games.
Yeah, you get to start. Good start. No, you have it. It's like going on the wall. So definitely there. But I'm not gonna talk about the thing, and I all need to be that way. It's to make this flashy play if they want to win this tournament. So, 22,
it's in there. It's in there. Mappy Red Rush is serious. Not kind of having the same success they had in the previous day. Slowly slipping out of the top 3 right now, coming in 8.
And the top 3 is
just right now their style is about playing center. So they're coming out of the candy split. Now Andreas now back in full force. They were able to get the leading card and bring him back to trio mate. So that's looking good. They're slowing down though, so they may not have strong weapons.
Gonna go for strong resources.
So expect this trio to be a little bit more aggressive. Marine is now sending in the sting post to open up their rotation.
He's gonna go
to slow down the peak. And so what you gotta do, man, you gotta send in those stink bows just to open up a little bit.
He's right to 6 he's go to. He's gonna go there's a team for laser and to have the battlegrounds in this tournament. So
these guys have to have extra help or something. They survived so many crazy situations. Rev started going down on spawn. They have to travel to get the reboot. They do it.
Go back because enough time and they have
some type of loadout. You're right, Sancho. It's kind of weak, but what does this mean for Rev Squad being rebooted? This trio allowed to play this game. They're first Sancho, right? Them alive, full forces. This means Queasy, Trulex, and Jerky. They have a tough time, you know, kind of taking hold of this game. They're off screen right now. They're gonna have a tough time kind of taking over.
You know how it gets taken over that team.
They'll have a tough time if Savage is alive. It might even look like Trulex losing Jerky. Might not stay this way the entire game. Snazy's here. This is Southside.
It has been Southside, and Lexus have been led by multiple teams, and now it's good. How far? Obviously, well, you know, this could be 6 of them thrown in. This is how. It's getting early between the old guard and the new. Before that is good.
They had a fantastic run. Trulex armed RPG. Jerky and Queasy, of course, forming with their respective trios here. Queasy playing with Roscoe and Paco. And wow, I mean, for them to be able to hold on right now, look at this.
Look at this.
Kind of standoff right now with Fast Roxy, Ardent,
and you know how much
Artie have this team from Camp Cod. You know, Snazy's trio, they're gonna win
they're just wanting to have this fight because they're low on storms. And you know, if you cover up Camp Cod, you know this is your opportunity to get these guys in. So how could he so hard with 2 teams around him? It's just crazy. For one, yo, that's crazy.
And man, I wish Ardent Pizza and Fast Roxy had a theme song. It feels like every time there's a third party coming through, these guys roll in with a jingle and they're the ones to cause chaos every single time with it.
Go back up.
I always have some type of song when I see Rocky on screen.
Rocky's on screen, he's good to make teams crazy. He likes the third party. And that's a third party. I was good.
Lazy Lake is where they like to push on through.
Going to be push off for these opportunities with some best sometimes an edge. Red Rush, it is said that in those British going to go down to Mickey Meadows. We see Lakers trio on the opportunity. Like Jules is trying to game 4 and that. He's gonna go double right now. Here he goes. Wolfie's gonna get limited to eat. Just a little bit more, just like Sashio Nash's. Go up a little. He's gonna go for the confirmation. It's going to be 2 million points. It's going to be. For this game, and it's going to be top. Has to be Red Rushing. They're going to end up stopping. All the way low. I'm just going to play the. How he's going to end up. He's going to how much he's going to go to that, but no. So take go to the last second. Dude, the overstepped trio is just today. That he was been down, but
in terms of surviving and being able to support his teammates too. He's not going to be there. This is looking tough on day number 2 for Red Rush.
That was a big refresher elimination right there.
Good for you, refresher elimination.
Knowing that they had a reboot teammate, now they could take his loot, Matthew's loot, and be able to move on through right now. That was always a question mark for Red Rush. If you
don't go to that, now the place that you're not good.
Have to find people in your rotations because it's not
check out how it's working. Good guys.
This is tough, I feel like, for Savage and Ref Squad. They like wide open low ground.
Good.
Their lifeline for this entire tournament.
He's going to get the best saves. Oh, low ground. It's going to be consistent low ground and trying to run the play. And then are going to be in trouble for game days. I think he's good. High and
go to the mountains and the river. He might be looking to play a little bit more mid.
Yeah,
trying to take it over from Red Rush. It looks like right now.
Yeah, it's how.
But no. Sit up and build up. They know that low ground might be a little bit tough.
Hey, you know how much they can hunt down for anything. And they're not gonna find this yet. But yeah, for this one, I'm just gonna switch up with the playstyles and just gonna find the aliens in terms of how to play very useful. So let's go to different, but yeah, less fucking. There's gonna be some more materials. There's gonna be once again. There's gonna be a third gameplay. We see this game. The gameplay will all come with some for good. So far, it's only video close to them. They want for me.
Now we're looking at Jason, Nate, and Fortjar, who's made their way
and
here on a very dead side rotation, considering that Misty Meadows tree.
Good, Mr. Meadows tree is order rotate to hit it.
We got him there, and it pushes south. So Andres Trio has some work to do. There's a couple trios along the
now
way.
it's going to be that December. That's the stage.
Look at how much of the aquatic lake
going to be
eating up zone 4. And we already seen when it comes to the FNCS.
Good. Some people need. Wow, I cannot believe this win this end game. So it's good. That's good.
It was crazy last season, and for 4-0, it's true. It already looks like they have water in their lungs before they dive into the lake.
They're not before they dive. They're just gonna go down in HP. They're just gonna go ahead. Yeah, you can't how not fuck. Come with it because yeah, you know how much damage. Yeah, once you're here, it's like take a double. You have to find some. I was looking at you. There's no building, no terrain in the way, so that's what it's like. Choosing tree, one wants to take high, and he's gonna take a really high probability damage. How much that is arguing right now because trying to catch. It happened to Chinese trying to get trying to get what's on it. It's all three alive. That's some good way. Behind the tree, it's gonna go for it. But don't find a way because this is where I find the bad something.
They were born in Lazy Lake, and right now they're getting molded by Noah Riley, Vidal, and Reason.
He's like, he's like, he's going to have too many tourists in London.
The neighborhood was never the same.
It's going to be like, never the same.
Back in the old days, but those old days, everything's been upgraded, and everything's been infiltrated.
It's like it's going to be like,
moving on through in waves right now. 22 below has some work to do to be able to survive.
100 below right
here. Net, Bubak, and Waves have been doing a fantastic time of being in the middle of the back end in-game, just getting there, but barely one above, and so many people have to go down. 14, 13 people now, and now
yeah, 14, 13 people right now, and they're going to dip in the hut.
And they have Ray on their layer.
Still have a chance to punch back and fight. Waves with any shots left and right. Neb's
actually
actually
going
down
good.
the backside. Bubak will have to try to make amends for it, but zone's coming in, so they actually can't even get
Going
the
into
with the
the
body. Waves looking on the right side. Wolfie's looking down back on the bill.
You know how much I'm not good. Wolf, go for him. Now he's gonna go quickly down here. He's gonna.
Not even rotating yet. It's not even closing in half and half.
I was good to close in half and half.
What is the max size for Waves and Bubak? The shots are not stopping. Thunder down. Wolf is low HP.
He's good move down now. He's good.
The edge of the zone is just catastrophic for any team down below. Waves and Bubak are not holding anything.
He's holding up everything back. Goes up. Southern rotation now. I can go to get. Let's go to. Yeah, best you play and now look around there and beat them and back up to the guy and they're always sorry. Like nobody's sorry that up to the top of this team. It's good to be like just fire. Oh, I know how it's going to be. It's a scary sight, and it's especially like how like you don't have to do. She's going back to talk. She's going back to Britain. But I was gonna say they have a height. They just have a need. They're just gonna be winning now. He's gonna go guard right. They just have the true luck is how the guard with that day, and they just on height with just best those side. The best in time they end up being. Like they think they're gonna understand that height was it be the best in life out. Like this going to be like. And it looks like 4th yard takes a Nate once again. Bastard, see this is just so the other cheat. Oh, the horrible tweet. So close to the top of the board that it's gonna go good, yeah. So I'm just gonna go for knocks out 4 right now. But they're just good to be having stayed done. So just yeah, kinda it's 50 AR so far it's going to be level 2. Very low, so He's going to be like, he's going to be like, telling who needs to survive this match ball. He's going to, he's going to go back on the feed, but now all eyes are going to go. He's good. Back in Devon's primary, some like full good match with Nick.
That run is over. The magician could not get out of that trap. Now, Refguard and Dreaded Savage, just focus in here. Let's tell you the gravity of the situation here. Throughout the entire time, they've been getting as many placements here, getting just enough healing just to be able to stay ahead of the push from Queasy, to stay ahead from Hen and Tayson. Now Tayson's gone. Now Hen is gone.
You gotta go, Hans is gone. Now Tayson's gone. Now Hans is gone. Now you gotta find Queasy. And look at how much on it. No rally every time, and you see that. Over to the only I go to be connected. Yeah, I'm doing that now. I think. Well, because I can go home. I could look, that's to be really chicken. Yeah, this guy. Just. Yeah, because he's gonna go. Like, he's gonna go. Let's see. He's gonna go for True Lex, but now he's just gonna go for spot number 2 right now. He's just going to be there. Go back down. He's getting top of the height. He's just.
That's exactly where the position that there would be. Every time they find
yeah, we're finding his dog. They're just bright there. Look at it. All the pressure is going down now. From nowhere now. Like True Lex is on the backside. True Lex is the whole bomb. True Lex is in second place running. We are getting trade. And look here, but now all I feel like how much. Yo. Yeah, I couldn't know how much.
Working through those buildings like you pointed out here. Just
give
a little bit more placing points, and now we're in the top 10.
No, how much? Like, you know how much get. You will. Gonna be guys back a little. My God, you have been really about sanitize every long time. Yeah, that I know how much you have a drink for a long time, but you know how. But you know how much the big guy is. How to Joe Stoppy. I'm just gonna get excited. His service cut up. He was 3-4, and he's going down from the Dreader, and now he's going. Try. Right, like he's going to right back to everything in the appetite and already he's going possible, dropping for height, and he's going to be working buffer. Jiggles going down the gun and still has some bugs. For deals, no bodies are on the dogs and so now very big like that. They're just gonna go up for some air and they dive back into the mess. That's on. Not a victory rail. Stop, he gets boxed. He goes. You're right now. The Shire is a top ball situation, and I'm feeling like a ticket, and I believe in Shredder is going to be a big game for them. As we see the big interview, they're going to get into the top 3. So all you see fun. Yeah, 3 different it is, and they have just like I'm just gonna look at and just a bit, but there's a big reason coming through. That's Brian with it. You can't do it against the big tabby routine. They're just thinking tonight, but no. The deal gets cut to Reason gets the level is yeah. He's get for the champion team, and he's going to the top 4, and he's going to be shown as video. We have another to watch up and just to watch. The zone pull it up the hill. I was going to like he's going to the water. And no, the stick bombs. I have to eat him. They have to take that reason. Top of the road game. He's going to top of the reason right now. He's going for Fortnite drop down. But here we are. He's the reason. He's a deal. Man, textbook game. That was absolutely crazy to watch. So with that, 10 items, 70 total. So with that, at the end of Victory Royale. But yeah, like 4 is gonna be top 3 because they're going to the moon. Oh, yo, they're going to be like it's like getting down. It's like what is that time? I just like doing like they're going back like just Let me give you that back. Where's the drill going now? Let's do this. Let's do this. Yo! This is bro. We got we're just going for the different galaxy and different time zone. And this, the timeline is just not even in the same. You just got it to the right ever longer. But by the way, boys, it's the audio trailer. That's the new elimination, and that's right. We've seen action like you've never seen and believe in this. I just can't just understand how you understand like they don't stop that. This is just constant action like how it just goes back and forth. But I don't know how I'm going to take it. But I'm just going to go back to a big hard continue. Yeah. Cool. How much you can go back to the FNCS final? Yeah, cause yeah, you know how we know. Yeah, because you know how much you love anything. You say like, "Woo!" That's so great. Excuse my whistles because I know how much we could. They had the highest points this scale today. Not just today, but everyone. You guys should get it. They can see where they are when they get to the part, but they don't know.
It's a very different game, right? When you can dethrone that number one team.
Before that number one game, going to the game, like,
everyone else just had to operate without this pressure.
Now we just get sick with it because with the fact that just get a combination that
who are landing on them, and people said if these guys can't sort of get rid of them off spawn, there's gonna be big problems.
like it's gonna be probably for anything. Now Street Dogs is trying to be more with the feeling like you can see that Eddie B has hit someone. He's come from the side, and you know how you can like go to the how he's be able to take. But I can be argued that anything seen hype with it. Like he's going to go for the other team, like he's going to be how he's landing on his team, like on his play because he's like, that's the fuck. Like you got to be take serious of this team. And I could go to the super question, and I could go to the dual twist. Gonna go try. And this is the other thing. We just go to Turkey this day, so it could be. Thinking like it could be able to. You can't leave the game before, but because that's just that you could say that. Yeah, because that's going to be a little bit catch game coming through. It's coming for the team like as well. You know how much you can like say how much you can say the best phenomenal for the top because you know how much you get the Riley reason to get double with but the team like he's gonna go for the top 3 royals and also he's gonna go for the team. Like he's had so many teams like you have some other teams that good like look you get the victory royale to get nobody has to get the higher they got you play the furious catch like you know how you not you could start to get this start because this is going to be the incredible finish guys and I can't believe Sancho West and his prediction is just coming on that man. I'm just going to remember back and forth for the diners like you know what holy and now Savage chill game tour like I'm just feeling like I meant to say what he's going to say catch up every day all time all the points in the competition. My goodness, this is a shame. You hope you're enjoying it. All the reactions 3 games on today. In just a little bit. Now I know it's going to be missing single thing. So we're just going to start game number 4, aka game number 10. during the breaks. You know, when it's on the through, charge words, they'll be there. They'll pick up and we keep them all in that. So don't body water and coming up to hear the FNCS video. See you guys in just a sec. Here we go, guys! Game. Welcome back, guys. Game number 2. We're on the game number 10 of 12 in our previous FNCS champion. Again, guys, here we go, guys. This game, they've been contesting off ball 24/7 all the games. You all have to so far. We watched this one. We did watch it in the room, because yeah, and more importantly, they in this hour.
For about 25 minutes or so. So we all gave him time to kind of chill out for a little bit.
Chill out for a little bit, reset a little bit. Just how they get. You have to win it with the victory royale at double-digit eliminations at 9. I'll just go to do some FNCS Elu before we.
Or we crown a 3-time champion in Tayson, Nate.
I can get.
But the whole thing about this right now is what kind of games going forward do these trios need? And Joe Rescard and Savage, they don't need anything special.
I can do the educated, and you just need to hold. Keep getting in there. Keep pushing the process.
All they have to do. Now for people like
it's like no hammer.
who have been on a
making their way upwards.
They just have to now slow it down just a little bit more. I
Yeah,
don't know. I can't get a pulse on that team. It's like a team I've never seen before, you know?
They had 3 VRs, and today we're watching them, and I feel like we're kind of getting tricked. Their entire game plan has been good,
you know how much.
They've gone down at 27th place. They've gone down at 16th place. They're a very flip-floppy team. Every time they win, Sancho, the next game, they don't get that many points. So we just saw them win another game, right? Game number 9. And now for game 10, if the pattern continues, they're going to be looking at a game with no points again. They have to break this curse if they want to make it all the way up top on the scene. True Squeezy and Jerky 2
has just
to be curse breakers today. On day number 1,
because you know how much.
That's so many good positions on
has so many good positions, and
it was rough for them overall. Today now, they're in 2nd place. They're right behind this trio on your screen, Savage, and Andretta, and Refsguard. They've had a great
they're
game
the great team for far.
They have a win, 17th place.
17th place. As always, have to like everyone right now. This man is.
What's on the line is
What's on the line is like changing money.
Hundreds and thousands of dollars for every single trio that we saw here are playing with that.
Yeah, with
on their top of their minds. Every moment matters for them. Every build, every
yeah, because with every call out, every engagement, that just
I can't imagine feeling
yeah, because you know how much. Yeah, I've been seeing that's close. So guys, I'll be back anytime soon. I'm just gonna go drink, unless I'm gonna feel like I'm not gonna be drunk, or stoned.
That was the tip of top of my prime, and I can't imagine playing for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That 1.3 million total dollar prize pool when it comes to Europe. $300,000 for the trio who's rolling in first place. Squeezy, Trulex, and Jerky could be that trio, but once again, they cannot afford to make any mistakes from here on out. Those last 3 games, they kind of shape exactly how your entire tournament run looks. If you're behind, you have a big chance to get ahead. If you're ahead, you have to play defense. And these guys are caught in between, Sancho. They're ahead of the rest of the lobby, but behind Titans, they can't seem to shake down completely in these games. These rotations have to be perfect, and the end game has to be crisp.
And they absolutely earn their spot. They're going against the Andalexes of the world. They're going up against an up-and-comer in Jules right now, getting tagged on their rotation. So they're clawing their way, trying to hold on and avoid anybody that's trying to pull them down and slip them. Now, we're talking about movement. The deal, Noah Riley and Reason, 6 places they moved up. They've had 2 back-to-back games that moved them up their leaderboard. And look at their strategy. They've just totally changed. And, you know, this kind of reminds me of, you know, at Rose where we're watching like Unknown, and where all the question was what would Unknown look like in in-game? If Unknown down there in the NA, what will he do if he just slowed down, be patient, that chaotic energy, that be able to box fight anybody? He was doing some things in the past that were just phenomenal. The same thing like as well, like Face Sway, right? What would Sway look like if you kind of got to in-game? Well, we're seeing right here a game that they just flip-flop everything, the script. They were getting like these 10 Elim games, right? When in the early game. Now they're getting those 10 Elim games at in-game, and they're getting those bonus placement points. That's why they're moving up the board so fast and ferociously.
For Vidal, Noah Riley, only really is wins that are keeping them in this game. If they're not winning, they're having very, very, I would just say, middling performances throughout. It's like 11th or 17th rolling in throughout the day. It's not looking too good when you look at their team if they don't win games.
And to talk about it and put it in EU respect, like it's like, what will Wolfies look like in game? What would CRR look like in game? You know, what are those aggressive known players? What will they look like in game? And we're getting a taste of it. And we're just seeing that if you go do your homework, VOD review, they kind of tweeted out, we figured out a plan, and they're executing that plan so beautifully right here.
We're joining in slightly late also onto this game number 10, the fourth one of the day. So a lot of people have already moved off of their spots. They're rotating and the zone's coming in fast. I was thinking to myself, wait a minute, Forza are in Lazy Lake and we just started casting? No, this is all the way in a mid-game rotation, and their tags are looking a little bit low, but this is where they actually end up doing the damage. This is going to be a very good spot, but it's going to be shared alongside Fusion and Nexus down below. They love knocking on your walls, and then up top you have Scram, Putrick. We're desperate right now, looking for more points, looking for a way to get back into the competition.
We're talking about what does a trio need to come back. Thomas HC, Flicken and Nos have to have that pop-off game. They've been denied 2 times in this FNCS tournament. 2 times their signature pop-off game, holding on height, losing it at the very last moment. We saw the misplay by Thomas HC with the med kit here. Now, Reason, Noah Riley, the deal in trouble right now. Things are going to do. This trio that they're facing is no slouch. They've been taking out big names throughout the past 2 days. And if they add Noah Riley, Reason, and Badil, which they have done in day 1, that's going to be the big blockade, slowing them down from making their movement. This is the 4th place team right now battling. I'm taking a look at the board. They're facing the 9th place team.
This is just so scary from all angles. Multiple knights on the low ground. They're so tough. No chance on any walls to kind of escape. There's a trio on all sides. Siptos on one. Nos firing away from the backside all the way up top on a hill 2.
Back in business, bros. Yes. So we go to mention how much I like. Because nobody we see him being. The deal they won the last game. In the game, like they just got pitched down. Yeah, and done.
They could be able to keep pushing up their level. They did that by switching up the layers, staying away from that crazy low ground that's happening right there.
But still, we have to keep an eye on them, and that's what happened yesterday. All they have been doing nothing wrong. It would be mid game. Because you know how I'm seeing the same hill. Yeah, because you know,
the zone that's kind of central going towards the south. It could pull up the CD, who knows, but
good to be the something. But how looking at how he's walking you. Off nine going, they just go do it, taking a little bit more. Just me speaking my cup.
They needed to come up and they got second. They're now in 6th.
They're looking for the come up. We're just gonna see how much. Why they just good. They like how much you can feel like how you can go when early knockdown. He's gonna go on the roof. He's good to see it. That's placement for all down.
When you're so close to so many trios, it should be wrap-ups for that.
Very close to that trios. He wrapped up another squad. And it's going to be a medium prediction of 7 in chapter 2 and season 3. So with that guy he's money to as a solo. But good taking. I was doing okay, but not having. But now he's going to do that. Fire and save it down round. Maybe not making it to mid going right now. But Ryan, but move. Now they have to deal with 2 of the other side team, Grenfell and Tree, not lasting. But 2 of these, no. Trappers and Bricks are colliding right here and capture get 9, that 10. That's trying to be what the boy. The chances they see is trying to catch up from the ankle. I think they 7. They're good. Remaining from the top. Because they're going to keep moving forward. They're just seeing the entire it. Go beyond. Good tappers.
Puts Ken close to him, but now Jazz is
Yeah.
in the lobby pressure. And it's just too much. Nas Thomas
That's
came out.
They got the Elam. My question is that they still have the energy too. There's
Turn the
always
end
one
keeper.
type of pop-off game that comes through.
Going to be from time. With time 16, it looks like he has some top teams looking those down the way. It could be that good and just gonna go hold on. That team is going to be. Wait. Yeah, cause that.
Noah Riley gets elimination, so Noah Riley is still on his feet, adding valuable points to the board here, especially
Valuable.
the top of the board
Like,
a little bit
and it gets me.
right now at the moment. So, Conversation and Nas, you're right. They're in their home turf here. We all know when there's a game on
We know that how.
the home team,
He will be home.
considering that the zone sometimes won't favor you. And I think for the longest time, this is the first time we've seen an East
We won't find out.
in this FNCS
Let's see, man.
Last time we were watching yesterday when games were rolled in, it was lazy that we were looking at. This time it's gonna be Dirty Dogs kind
It's gotta be Dirty Dogs. Good, how Grotto used to be. Yeah, I mean, Grotto trying to get that with the left. Good. No time I say it. Trying to get to say no. Just get the fly, they're just get to like getting to round 3. They're just going to some H people. I just think it's usually blood on the board and they just. Thomas is on the 40th so this is pretty good. So, I'm to get a lot of time and this could be just a little bit late. Could be a different build. It's going to be you see what I'm asking that. This is good. He's going to unlock the way rotation. Very trash rotation. Trash rotation today. You can see Savage. They're like, it is the PS5 controller, but it doesn't work. No, it's very cool to see how much desire was to look at the tournament and see how you. That's good. That's what you say. If you. Like, yeah. Like, you know how much. You know how much. A bit of like understand stuff like that right now. Cause you know how. You know how much is on the line. You can still go back.
Now they're trying to go into this battle. Now we're getting closer and closer to the A game. It's all determined where zone 5
determining where it would behave. And geez.
You're gonna have to sell it.
It's going to be losing.
Absolutely, and every time there is a mountain inside these end games, it's always the top trio.
It's always the top trio, and then real estate, because that's where you get chopped out and the other field teams, and they're going to be the world team when they move back and forth. So, goes to look at it, so he has kind of thing. Yeah, because you know how much games run out. Haven't expected. It's going to be some. No. Because I know how much you do. Look, so keep busy pushing for the boy. He says to the game, that's how much he gets. Yeah, he goes to see how much. Yeah. As a junior try, it's not gonna be easy because it's that much to Alright, true. Before the wall goes down, Siberia, not down by. So this is how a huge elimination. Like you could be reading on logo. And ever since Savage saw them, they just hold them. This is how he's going to back. With I can know how much. Like you know how much. Like you know how much. Like you know how much the pulls us. Wait, but they're going to be tsunami. Like, you know, Queasy's trio. Hold on, chop that. Who's holding on trio? And does. Like, gonna go. Much. Nah, you know how much is good, dude. Like, he's good. He's up from that distance. Like, you know how much you can know how much that. They also have any no massive links. You know how much. Look at my true like now he's going to be either. He can be down, he's gonna go for the logo down, and he's not gonna go for the logo down. He's going not to, because that could be the I mean, like, you know how much he's gonna go down. He's going to the sky, and he's denied by the trio. He's going to that. How many times again for the tree? The trio is holding on, and now he's hiding. He's hiding the victory right and further. Oh, he's getting falling high on the low ground. That's got to try to Savage and still do well, and they still it on foot. They're not gonna get the foot here, but hands back up even. So that as you focus on it, you only have. Because you know how much they can get for them and get more liberty. But look how much this is so costable. Just gonna go to Savage. And Sliver of Rage, and now Savage of Rage final without sealed. He's gonna retreat back to the shadows and just hold it. How to do it a little bit longer on the line. And there is that big silent laser. As I get a huge sign of light. And yep, this they haven't got the rough skills to go down. How much? And that's really like he takes out the voice. I did say. How Savage down. Charlie is going to take out the. He's good to do anything with that set up together. The big up the eye have low elimination from now. Look, they have 8 eliminations and now look. It's funny, not eating that. They're just going to have to get right. Mikey's goes. It's like 4 clubs today. This is going to be a nice. Like, you don't know how much he's going to do. The only 2-minute situation is that Mikey Jones is going to say that lots of build for workage to how much height guard. And he's going to be jerky and an amazing at the game. So 13 elims in the Victory Royale are just going to be bringing troops in who's going to be hurrying through this matter. Last season was low ground to and the Victory Royale, but we've seen that the area is a little bit here. Like they're able that's low ground, and that was a phenomenal crash out. Like there's so many top 5 places, really loving it. Like you know how much. So I guess I said it. These guys are higher budgets! Okay, they're just the high ground. Like, you know how much, you know, it's the best.
That's it. Queasy, he's up there. Kiyachi was like, oh yeah, I
like, you know that. Yeah, because you know he's good to keep you there, but no, he's just good to. I could gonna go for this. And it's gonna go for that content on the high. This is real. It's like how much you don't. They get it for. They have. They. Might be good. Oh my dude. They go over the every single day. The same has 3 more billion and what? Okay, because they just really terrible 12 limit. Yeah, he's going to go for it. And this shot, you could take the first pick here. Just get happy because I got the music to be checking out how much I feels like to.
Looking at these guys, man.
having is like making all season and just going to have the biggest. I just can't early stuff that teams do go ahead. It's going to be a victory like 3 assists and how much was it to help us? And 42 sister.
They are solidifying themselves as one of the best teams in the EU. Their style is so recognizable, and it has just been so fun to watch.
So fun to watch. And you know what? I do want to my mini PC is worth it. See how we want it, but the second we are on the third card do something different. It's absolutely insane. Now boys, we only have 2 games to go, so why return ahead to Team 4 and 5 and 6 coming into this last game we watched. So I mean, we're kind of...
I think the big thing for all of these teams is that they have been incredibly consistent to remain at this point, right? All of these teams seem to have been in this position for quite a while. When you look at the reactions to
you know how much it's going to be like checking out and moving a higher rankings. He's going to keep you. He's getting victory royale for any team in the team. David victory royale. They're forced to beat the finals and just like how much you can get more, you can protect it. And yeah, you have how much no the teams how you he's going to be taking the hit. And this is awesome. Yeah, then how his friends again this thing. And he's still good. That's good. He's good. Yeah, he's good. Okay. They need to get back into the game, but because you know how much they could have. But look at how his team is. 4 points a game, how much they get it? But treated now the top team that the VDC Royals are just joining with no light and everything.
This is some crazy stuff.
This is actually really crazy. I think this is the first time today that we've seen Rashguard and Trent Savage.
I'm good to this. I did the first one. This is the first time they got down. This is
Look at this. You see Queasy, True Legs, working all the way with 3 victory royals. Every time we look at a match with Zone, we talk about
this we talk about.
It's hard to say that they do not belong.
They do not belong
based off their performances these last 2 days.
That's the.
Now let's take a look at 11 to 20
We
because some of these teams will still need to
you know how much
if they want to push themselves into that top 10. Look, if first place becomes out of grabs, you still want top 3, right? You want to
know how much you
the
know.
next finals. Some of these teams may
Well,
be
slow the
able to do that.
team,
We have the same conversation about Joe Stompy and Shadow. They had that one victory yesterday, not been able to do much outside of that. I think a big disappointment here is Red Rush and Matthew,
best miracle we came into YouTube. And it's
third place and now
that's
it's
good.
12th, right? Things
Now
are
it's
really
good, you know how
them. They need to sort of pick things up. And
like you know how it's supposed to be coming.
Right, they're what, the second best team today if you were just getting the standings from today.
To come into what they have
Because of their failings from
been, but because of the failing last day, it's still lost.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yep, yesterday is the.
Too much, to be honest, but
Come on, to talk about.
look into the cumulative scores.
Like they just gave the focus
Huge achievement, but these guys were looking for a top 3 finish. Let's be real. Give me some of these other teams on here. You know, Flow's, Kaiser, and Hellfire. If we're going to talk about
like
teams
they're
that
just gonna talk about and see the hypothetical, the
think
purple.
back to their qualifiers,
And now just gonna talk about the actual
elimination
guy with the 13 elimination.
you've got to think that Flow's, Kaiser, Hellfire, if they get going,
Boys gonna get going. He's gonna get situated by
Savage is not already there, these guys must be able to pull off a huge
It's
amount.
good to
Yes,
look
they're
out.
in 20th, right? They're not in there, but again,
Not
every time
if
you
you
find a
get
place
every
that's higher
time
from
you
here, more and more earnings over and over
more
again.
and more early than you begin. So that's what makes it clutch that
That's much cooler than 20.
good to be the best. We always won the best one.
Not bad. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
boys,
we have how
boys.
much? We have 2 more left to games to go. It's the battle between first and second. So how is it gonna go to go? This is go time to go. So hey guys, for that fan, we're going to the game next time on the game. So start your back over to you first. So yeah, this is it.
Thank you so much, Zeke.
So, thanks to the two teams at the top with 2 million games left to go. So you could be at more prospects of this rather than more games. So, let's go. This is a true trio race, and it's coming to final. Remember, it's 2 more games here for the FNCS EA region. Houses of hundreds of thousands of dollars, over $1 million players with our stake. And now, Truex Trillion is naked that
we saw in the qualifier stage numerous times somebody random just hiding and waiting out where they go to the
hiding and waiting out and just going after the fan plus factory. And it's gonna go.
Spoilers here for a moment.
No, like kind of you turn that fake and let themselves the billboard from scratch. So got a little bit of this, got a little bit of that, gotta shake it in my AO. Cause you know this is the best plays in done like Richie like. Make sure the one generate building is starts. Or landing. Has got 160 teams that he's just riding and they want to go fight. This it. Over. Yeah. Hashtag nobody. You know, read that. How it has to be the game that I have to watch. Every day is a good game.
It's followed by a first place, at least today. So, odds are correct. They could win this game and have a big show.
How is good? Show again.
11th game on, so the fights don't stop.
This is going to be monumental for Chopix and Janice. They have to walk away from Craigie.
Walk away from Craigie. For them to have a chance to catch up. Now for the what? Now they're in 8th place.
This is what happens here when you're being contested. Hi, Chris, Vortex, Knight. The thorn on our champion's side here. This is one of those teams that just haven't been able to, you know, discourage them from dropping. It was that one loss that they had in the previous day. Take a look here. The winner of the last 2 EU finals had 3 victory royales, and we had 2 trios in this tournament here from Vidil and Jerky's trio.
Then Jerky's trio. Just get us started.
Still 2 more games left. We'll all have eyes on these engagements, and of course our elimination feed.
And these are the elimination. Yeah, they have a slow burn this time. It's kind of ruined this game.
They like having control of the map as well.
Like having to control the
big battle off spawn. Is it gonna be tough? They're talking about they need this game is because they're in 8th place rolling in. 90 points away from 1st place. They definitely need
a double digit either
to catch up for the win in terms of catching up. You know, to top 3, they're about 30-ish points away. So once again, a game of a difference. They're gonna disengage. I haven't seen this happen today yet. It did happen yesterday. They go for the fish. They're gonna be looking good so far. Gonna have less.
And this is how much they can never. Yeah, be back on time. The last day they get the game, they have a little bit of a closer than at this. At this
they have to do this fast, and already I feel like
you know how much you can rack on
already on this island. Or my apologies, Bubak actually, who's landing over at Stealthy, and he's on this island, is already fished up a little bit.
You can know how much you fish up for the moment. They might
hunt him down, but he's
hunt them down.
Look at
Already read that.
The yellow arrows on the map. We're at Slurpee right now.
Yep, you step around down. Previous FDL champion.
We're here at Slurpee to keep tabs on the 4th place team of Curiosity, Stormy, and Toos. The team that have just been having a really solid run, free rotations. Usually, Slurp Factory contested here, and now going up against that is Shadow's trio there, who are doing that Shantytown split. Now we have eyes here on the 2nd place team, who've been holding the 1st place throughout the entire tournament. Kind of just putting in kind of like a points like really solid, you know what I mean? But when you have the teams that are some astronomical numbers, and Easy, who has just been just as consistent, but you're just seeing the 2 clashes of meta style, right? The high ground and the low ground, and right now the high ground is just winning it out, and they have the advantage, but it's only like 5 points. So look at the goal number right now. That is just in this session, 118. On the other side, Quizzy is at 136. So if
how much
points, they automatically close the gap.
And the key means this video will show.
Absolute 5-point difference. At the same time, here is the catch up. We're fighting this fight on a brand new map. It looks like usually Now we're on that flopper island. Chopix, Janice, and then have all the high points that High Chris has actually made.
There's
A
no
little
hard.
bit of a base on the right side.
No, though, it looks on the right
They're
side.
looking for a shot, but he's playing it sneaky. They're not letting these guys extend these builds whatsoever because they might be able to find High Chris.
They might be able to find High Chris and just get you find smart.
Low on shields. Janice down below too. And
He's
he's
a
almost
blue
down
from
below
no
HP.
HP. So what I'm going interested in the High Chris is to get you
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be
this is going to be the wrap of the tournament, and this is going to be this game just to go that's that's how much.
His big run too. He's gonna stay sneaky. Meanwhile, because of this, there'll be enough.
I will come on because of this. Release
Revive back up. Met
the
didn't play, so
right.
they're gonna be looking fine for now. Once again, though, Sancho, zone is not here, and these guys are already running through their meds and loot. Look at Travis's inventory. This is not a Travis load.
This is not makeshift AR, blue pump,
Find the sneaky man. Goodbye.
or not like goodbye,
Literally, and that's
literally,
gone.
and
So
that's
these
gone.
guys get to play their game.
So I guess I play the game now for the rest of game number 11.
They have to invest so much here. Look at all the hard mats. They barely got the fish. The zone's coming in.
It is vital for them to
Like,
find
vital for
a
them.
vehicle, like
Like a
you see on
vehicle.
Australia, put some chunker tires on that.
Australia's
It's a new
yeah,
introduction here in
just
the
gives
season
it-
that just allows you to move like right over the terrain a lot faster. So they're gonna sit there and flop Island, no doubt, hit up all the fishing holes. I've seen Thomas AC Flick and Anas here are gonna visit this character. They'll be able to buy a rift, and they're gonna be able to move on through. It's so exciting to always see a rift. It just makes me so nostalgic. Oh, Rift goes, I love you.
They'll be able to rotate fast. Meanwhile, Savage, oh my goodness, almost thrown off course. It's good.
It's a little,
Okay.
a little bit, the suspension is a little high, you know?
Like, yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure they were made to literally jump
I
buildings.
don't know how much
but
you
Revcard makes it happen.
drop building and just gonna make it happen. The boy does that.
Surge of vehicle, and
move
they're looking for it. They'll try
Surge
to
of
go
vehicle.
for it. They'll move out. Revcard will be able to heal and drive at the same time. Or at least be in the car at the same
Trying to
time.
be
as
on
he
the car at the
heals.
same time.
Squeezing jerky though. This
Heal
is
the-
perspective. Second place and first back to back. They
They
got
like,
boost.
they just
I think they're looking to
first
just hit that bow shot with the pump shot. Yes, they combine it for the big surge.
provide for the big touch.
That's gonna be looking good for them overall.
Yeah, because that's how
Stinkfish,
things
6 of them
is.
in play. You saw before Sancho's Stinkfish kind of
Nice.
one of their games. Now they're gonna look to actually use them to get ahead of the competition.
Sometimes the Slurp Factory team used to go
know how-
out into these fishing spots. They become fishermen for a bit. That's a big part
You
of
know how
Kirachi's
much-
game plan. They have about 3 slots that's all dedicated to
dog.
heals with floppers and mobility. If they had a
You know how
spicy
much-
fish, that's what they use to
Have
overtake
s-
fight.
overtake-
That's why you found
Why?
two's way out there by themselves. So that's a great adjustment by Quiz's
Yeah,
trio
'cause you know how
deciding to push, which has been so far a chill ride for that team coming out of Slurp Factory.
Yeah, if you're in the top 10 right now, you're also looking to grab mountains or grab guardian posts. We saw
Nice.
Nas at one of them. Ref's
He's not
be
gonna
up
make it
towards
out of some.
middle of the spire as well.
Charles, yo!
5
You
points.
better 5 points well, because you know how much
Good,
you know.
you know what I mean?
He's gonna
That's
go.
what separates them
I
from
mean,
first place.
and now we have all his squeeze you. He's gonna go 7 points around, and then it's gonna go 7. No, just now he's good to go first and second.
Meanwhile, everyone's trying to
Now everyone's trying to get
they're kind of in a little
the kind of a little
zone,
like his own about
50 points ahead
50 points ahead of everyone else in
Nas,
the
Flick, and
season. Now it's
Thomas.
good to go.
Even the team all the way up
But
top,
even in the
they need wins.
They need wins.
They
They
need
the only spot
with that
You need
victory
to have-
royale, only
if
one
you are
team can
only
really
one team
afford
can
to push
really afford the first
and be safe.
with more enemy safest and
Thomas will try to
Donald is
keep
trying.
rotating away.
He's gonna keep rotating away. And how is saying that everyone's man come back slowly. They're coming on. He's moving on to 30 to 10, and now just have
It's one of those teams,
a
just
bit of
like in the
tough
playoffs
bait.
of any kind of sports. They're a veteran team. You
how
don't
much-
want to see them. You know they're going to be a tough out
Kick, know how
around
much
their
it goes
rotation.
to
So no doubt, seeing
Think about
Anderlecht
being
Trio
an
sitting in front of
Anderlecht
you,
Trio
that's
is-
not good news for
it's
Anas.
not even-
That trio is going to continue on the rotations. As you see,
Especially
Reason
since I
actually
see-
knocking Pizza in the feet.
knocking pizza in the fees.
Pizza going down. Reason feels like these guys are already hot
Thank
off their
you.
step, looking to have another great game. Zyke some of the jewels. I would say one of the
Thank
most
you.
surprising performances
Yeah.
of this FNCS. Rolling in, they look so good on height. They look so good in their heat as well. They just lack that experience and control. But so far today, 7th
I'm
place.
off.
They're
Very
right
7th
behind
place, right
Clicking on Thomas and ahead of Janice Chapix and
Janice Chapix, yeah, that's a legendary name. Roll again. I love first rank FNCS. Not two, but they're just having a very, very hard performance. Regarding how much you get to use to fuse it season. They figure out how to make out the lack of trying to get even higher to the boards. And then get to even round 4 stages.
You're right. If the career trajectory, if they decide to stay together,
yeah, you know how much.
Trio, they could definitely keep doing having a better performance in the next
better
finals.
Alright.
Looks like he's up with beats on Ardent, so the elimination didn't really come through. Savage, although has kind of invested a lot in this game, must be medkits or something that are already down. Maybe
Must get a hole come down with a big fight. And it's going to be moving all over and over.
Wait for it, wait for it. Boom, 214. We learned the lessons, yep.
I can know how much.
Looking real good, 214 above, and they still have chances to do more damage. Who's right next to him? Yeah, but it's Fast Roki. They don't like running a trio getting away for free. Fast Roki, a lot of the times, if they're down on Surge, they like having these box fights, but I don't feel like in the last 2 games they're going to be playing
that super risky.
Just showing you there, they take a lot of moments here to fight this engagement. You have Wakey's trio out there, you have Vidil's trio just a little bit further, so this wedge is already being filled.
Please do not leave, guys, because I'm just trying to play with the screen.
Is all they need right now, so that number gets to 242. They catch up to Queasy. Placement points haven't been doled out. 5 points will be doled out in about 4 places.
How much
and
get?
Focus is coming in.
This is second place here
on the ropes. They might get KO'd.
That's not more.
That's the stereos applying pressure on the other side. Here comes the stink. The gas may be a little too dense for them. And Dreda now down without any shield on the sliver of life.
Savage
is able to get back to 100 people. Roughscart goes down. Too much pressure from all angles, as my boy Shio will say. Left, right, up, down.
The left, right, up, down. The man, it wasn't it. And this year, yeah, 2 months.
All balls on in Dreda's shoulders. This will be by far one of the lowest finishes they had throughout the entire tournament, and this is second place once again. 6 HP and a dream, and that dream is being turned into a scary nightmare. Can they get it? Whoa, hold on just for a brief moment. And that's what FNCS is all about, the brief moments. Be able to res your teammate, Revscard and Dreda. The classic duo now have to hold on tight. It's not a savage clutch that they need, and now it's a duo clutch of Dreda and Revscard.
They'll try it. Red Rush Mapping
how much
still
you guys,
looking from the outside in. And Dreda, their second place ship, caught in a Bermuda triangle of pressure and stakes all around. Might be a shipwreck here in just a second. It's going to be so tough to get out of here. They're not sure what's outside these walls. You can hear the footsteps too. The shield for Revscard. He went down to Stink, so it still stays up for him. They get to save a lot on resources in terms of the meds they have. They how they can Revscard through these walls. No, they're metal walls, and it'll be tough. Here comes all the pressure. They have to move in and out right, but the Shriel's waiting outside. 265 above, and they're still getting tagged. This is rough for Dreda.
This is rough for Dreda.
Right back on storyline 2. Third zone moving in 45 seconds. This survival story has a timer. They not only have to escape this pressure, but then move in a time limit too. So this is going to be really stressful. The Bills on limit 2. This is just too rough.
My oh my, the shoes on the other foot. We saw this engagement down in Lazy Lake, and we saw in Dreda, Revscard and Savage get a big key refresher off of Mappy's trio, and Mappy is just disengaging right now, leaving this trio on the island all by themselves with no life raft to be able to survive.
No life raft is doing and you know how much it's still is raining on top.
Not enough minis to hold on, but Red Rush, he sees that, he's trying to capitalize, but some tags on Red Rush here. Revscard and Dreda here, it's all but a matter of time for them to be eliminated here, and when the second games, and
this is the Raptors that is low, but the Hysteria is just the ultimate kill. It's gonna go for it's good to get to revenge. I want it. Bad timing for Jerry Ressi and Savage go down. Queasy, True Legs, Jerky, foot. Looking good, feeling good, breathing fresh air. So
first place right now, watching in the feed, second go down. Revscard and Dreda Savage are gonna be one of the only top trios in the game right now.
The first trio
playing out this specific end game. This is a chance for a lot of people to catch up, but at the same time,
because at the same time,
the last game of the EU finals for Queasy, Trulex, and Jerky
that's
really solidify that first place spot.
The only trio I think they have to be very,
because
very,
he's
have
going
to
to
keep
be
very
this
the Deal trio throughout the entire day. They've been playing high. They've
very
already defended them once. They already got a huge bow shot to stop their push. So we have to keep an eye on what kind of position does the Deal trios have. Let's keep an eye on here on the third place team, Tayson.
Third place looking to take over second, but it's a 50-point gap they have to make up. Looking in for a big fight too. So Tomsy blew me already. A little bit affected. I think Percival's down. They're not going to be trading lives either. It's just damage. They pick up another. Find Percival. Looks like they found one more for the entire engagement. Haven't taken out the full trio, but they'll take those points. Let's talk about patterns and weaknesses for the two trios we were just talking about. Sancho, Queasy, and Vidil. For Vidil, once again, they're having bad games and then a victory royale back to back. Their last game was just bad. They're slated to get a VR right now, especially we've been seeing them picking up eliminations all throughout the map. Now for Queasy, True Legs, and Jerky, their biggest weakness is having height that they have right now and not being aware of the lobby getting overtaken. This is a scary situation. The only games they've really choked and lost is when they actually have high ground. Their consistent games is where they play mid, they look fine. This is such a good spot for them. They look like kings right now. But that throne is definitely up for grabs.
It's definitely up for grabs, but they're going to be very vicious. Like,
this is not a pattern we've seen for an entire season, but these last two games
usually
is where they operate. They love the pressure. They like being in 6th place all the way behind now. It's a big gap. They're about 80 points away or 60 points away from the first place, Queasy, Trulex, and Jerky. But if they can catch up now, it has to be the time to take them off of height as well.
Let me introduce some other foes of Queasy's way. You have Shadow's trio, who are known to be aggressive at height. You also have a trio in Hen right behind them, who in Game 4 yesterday were able to flank them and sneak up here. So it all depends where the Zone 5, half in and half out. You already see Noah Riley already invested here in about 0 seconds. Here we go. About a minute. We're going to see Zone 5 revealed. And let's see if Queasy or Noah Riley or Shadow gets that first movie.
We'll talk about the zones in the map too as these guys drop down pressure. You'll see a bunch of eliminations come through. The more important thing is we haven't seen a Slurpee endgame.
We haven't seen the Slurpee endgame. You have to see it final. We see Kelly no multiple times. The orchard.
Has been big and Vidil, Noah Riley like to operate there. Everyone has experience on all sides of the map.
On the map, he's always there. He's on the left side of the map. We have not seen anything they haven't taken their half the time. But it'll be the brand new Zersk getting us. Yeah, Hammer Toby, he's gonna go to Side Slender. Still alive in this game. And it's good. See how much he's gonna get his fresh experience. So he's gonna go for and they're just coming their way. This could go for them.
There is finally a good knock on Dementos right there, but those are the valuable elimination points they could to close the gap because they have a lot of work to do considering that Queasy is still up. Here we go.
So here we go.
To be revealed. This is going to be huge for the second to last game here of the EU finals. Let's see where it goes.
So it goes. So what are we saying?
Checking out all sides of the map. Looks like people are starting to rotate in towards this top right of Slurpee Swamp. Noah Riley basically have the gatekeep position. At least from their trio, I see one on absolute height. It might be Trulex. No, it's Exteriors.
No, it's Exteriors. It's all on high ground.
With that being Red Rush. To get all the way up top. The consistent trio coming in throughout the day. Kind of, you know, had a leg backwards. Because you know how right now they have the best chance to get
there you go, Biggie. My brother is just sleeping, then came up to go to his room and do something useful. Not how much he's gonna have.
They saw they got flanked on. They're trying to discourage that high ground retake. Because we all know it's basically so much free. That's an economy type of way to take that high ground from because they don't have to use all that. That's what Chapix is keeping an eye on before. But look, it actually Flick is pushing on Noah Riley.
Here we go, nobody. He's just trying to get the high.
And Noah Riley's doing all that he can to stop it.
Trying to stop it. Every team from first.
Trying to find a way to get back into this tournament, get back to the first place spot. Right now for Nos, it'll be going straight to Noah Riley's box. A big pump comes in to trade. Thomas HD is keeping this team's dreams alive, but he's the only one left up with 19 HP. Didn't get a full finish on the Elam either. This hype take did not work out, and their chances for first place are definitely on the line.
Stepping on the line and tell me HP with
situation. He's done it in previous season. He's
done it
gonna
in
have one of the
previous
biggest
season,
clutches, but look,
Picture
Hines
comes
in
to
trouble.
Hines in trouble.
Goes down, and
George-
Queasy has been put down
He
the low
has
ground.
been done
He is
on
in
the ground.
shambles.
He just
Queasy
has
doesn't want to be
He
down
doesn't
here.
want to be down here. This is the area is not
His
down here.
lungs are used to clean air. Queasy
Queasy,
now
Queasy.
has to do all that he can to hold on. This is the first place team.
That's
going
good.
down
Yeah,
a place
go
that
down
goes
and play
well
well out, getting dulled.
This might be the
So
most
yo,
important clutch of
this could
Queasy's
be like
career
an
in
important
general.
clutch.
The longer he stays alive, the more of a gap he makes between him and
Gotta
Side,
make
who went down
between
so
him
much
and that.
earlier.
He's gonna
It's
go
all
down
about placement
earlier.
points for that team right now, but for Exteriors,
But yeah, serious Red Bucks is gonna be all about the catch up. You know, it's good to see the basically become a foot race every time.
But it's all down to him.
It's all that
15
did.
different teams alive right
Okay,
now.
come
That
on.
placement will come in every single time one goes down. Queasy.
Check
Moving
crazy down.
forward.
Moving forward. All these soft matches. 400 bills.
Any
It's
type
good
of materials,
because
whenever Entity opens, is an invitation for more beams to come.
You know how
from
much
any
from
direction
every
that he's looking
direction.
at. A big shot right in front. He dodges it, goes towards low ground. He's still moving in.
Yeah,
He
because
is
you know how
getting
much-
more placement. Thomas HD's down.
Yeah, because
He
you know
has
how
a
much
little
it's
bit
gonna have a little bit, but
taken
he's
out
got
now.
a little bit of this, got a little bit of that.
It's a chance for contention, a
That's
chance
good.
to catch up to the first and second place team. This is that
That's
gap
good.
game, and every team's look to fill it.
Reason, Noah, Riley, and Badil are second from height.
Yeah, well-
We're taking a look at Kenzel, 16th place going into this match here. They
Yes,
have
no.
a chance to move up their leaderboard, but Tayson, Forziar, and Nate, who have been passive at in-game, are now looking at height to see if they can
I can
take it.
see if
If
they can
Tayson,
take it.
Forziar, and Nate could take height, they could move from third place and close
Yeah,
the
because
gap.
you know how much you can close the gap in
You
everybody.
talked about it, Shayo.
You get that
50
spot.
points,
50
but
right, but the
gets
deal
another
gets
zone.
another amount, baby. You just got it.
Right now,
I'm making a move right now.
just the-
Yeah!
as possible. We're getting
Making another Pablo.
to the top
We
10
go just
situation.
take top
Kenzel
10
Wicked
situation.
Hydro have the advantage here, but now we're taking a look at who
Yeah,
has
a big
on
you're
the
welcome,
board.
person.
And Alex, we talk about the veteran trio. You do
Yeah,
not want to see
oh,
controlling the
you know
ball
how it's
around.
good to
But
go
now we
with
focus
the
here, back to
best,
third
like,
place. Shayo, Ken Tayson right
I
here,
think it's
the
good to
ultimate
go
solo
for the
star. Find
ultimate
the
solo
impact
star.
frags. I
I'm
think he
saying
got
about
that
Brady.
one.
I
Maybe
think
we'll
he's gonna
see.
go and
But
maybe
Tayson,
he's
yes,
gonna.
he does. And that
Like,
was
thanks to
part of the deal.
hosting.
Wraps up the deal. One of the other top teams in fifth place.
You know,
rolling in. Tayson
when he's
trying to
taking a
make
tip,
that
he's
gap
trying to
all
get
the way from
the
third to
best.
fifth place and catch up.
Prep, he's gonna catch up the first two. He's good to be in the higher retake two. And serving, you know, he's good to go back down the. We go to get taken away because you know how much he's good to go. Just together. Going straight to the ocean right now and just go to be like he's gonna go close to person to seriously stop going on this thing. Like he's gonna be taken over by it and the snows is active and he's gonna go for that and he's gonna win him enough. So all these boys right here and there's all Tina said before and what they did get is Casey now is trouble and he's 5 HP. He's gonna have to move around now. And he's good, trying to move. Trying now getting pressure from height. Trying to deliver from Nate. Before my champion goes down in the first so quickly. Now for CR in the match, he's in the back store match. He's hopping on 90 HP and he goes down. This is going to be a victory when he gets the old guard for the clear and down. How he's going to get too much to handle. Too hard to all with 7 elimination and a victory royal with the best they get 2-game pop-up game and you got a lot of movement games for the move shot. So that's the very different game, but for the ball something that 7 is going down early. It's going but for the victory royal, and I'm wondering how that shake-up is look. So what it looks like, you have to start over to see how the game results down. So look what happened, bro. That's we're in the bag. The screen on our heads out. So as all of these things happening, you're falling, breast the fight. This is happening inside. Now we're gonna take a look at the standings in just a little bit because this was game number 5 on the day. However, of 11 has gone to the overall tournament finals in danger. The jump to bugs. In this way, it's a battle with more than anything first. We're talking about a long time. You can't to walk like home. He's going to rock out. He's going to hang up. This game is way too tight right now.
You said it's a battle for
He says he's going to go right to the...
almost was a battle for first and second. This was
sound like he's not
west zone.
gonna go for the top of the zone, and it's just gonna go to the worst zone and his team starts to the worst. It's massive. We now just lost to a sort of work. It's going to be looking like quickly zone. It's going to do that, but you can't do it. But how they're playing is like it's gonna go for the top 15 eliminated early in this game, which means that we have a 40 yard chase and he's going to the first kill has gone for the big time the low points. He's gonna go to, but I think it's going to be another freeway battle for he's gonna go to the final match. So that's that made their lives go a bit harder. Don't do my Savage Trio, which has a magnetic D-Max system. Now he's an A-Max system, so it's 3 maxes for the team, so just gonna go for it. Go 50-50, but I could die. They're just gonna fall out. What happens? They're just gonna get hard, and so we saw it possibly should, right? So you know what they're gonna do, but they couldn't. Go to the last game right now. It's a 3-horse race, and war is. You can say, wait, what a race! I knew him like, oh, he's like, he knows going to be on so, and that is 14. That's game tickets. So what happened now is that now he's going to come here. The game is just fine. Now, Mike's gonna find this game. We'll take a look at the telecast, and first we're gonna talk about our top 3 going to that last game. This battle at the top we have.
That are closest to the axe of champions.
We literally just talked about these teams as already. You know, we set this up saying let's go the top 3 teams coming in. I think they're still the top 3 teams in contention right now. Forziar, Tayson, and Nate had a good first day, but not anything amazing. They were 4th coming out of that first day. Now they're in 3rd, so moved up a single point. Maybe even pushed their way up the leaderboard.
No, he's gonna go flash. But
after the first day, they were in 1st.
He's gotta go. He's gonna go for the boat. The right way. He's gonna go for the tether. He's going to go for the second. And look at that, 11 games deep down in his game. He's gonna go.
This is one of the best 3-way races coming into the finals that we've seen.
Yeah, and you incredibly experienced players.
Go to the goal for the physical count. How much he can just.
Is the pressure gonna get to him coming into that final game? He tweeted out just before the last game.
Before the last game, with more focus, he gives pitches out and this guesses. He's gonna go for relatively any good start. He's good. Yeah, because it's not good to go to the last game.
Even though they didn't get the game they wanted, they're still sitting there in 2nd, and the gap is reachable between them and Queasy.
Not doing Queasy, and that's even though with Tayson for the early, his crazy switch is still a difficult one to win. So we see that how much he's so the worst game that Queasy champions has so far been tempered. So let's see that. That puts him with 3D teams. That's all the orange Tayson. Yeah, you have to one for
when they're extremely consistent already.
You know how much you can get consistent.
Watching Queasy True Legs and Jerky's early mid game is going to be so critical, because if they go down early, it's an absolute open field for any other 2. Potentially, I'm going to go on with a limb here. Reason Vidil no O'Reilly. If they win with a huge elimination game, which we've already seen them do, and the top 3 don't perform, which again is possible,
go for the David Newcastle, but they can get the 2, but they're gonna get top 3. And I think that's the thing, people. We are all focusing on who's gonna be the one winning to clinch first this kind of last game. They're going to be doing that. Needs to be set in terms of who can get top 3. We also qualify. So all those teams don't. It's gonna be so much fun. How much? Like it's going to feel like the action. So I just checked. It's like
Easy has just tweeted, this decides it all. Good luck to all. Jerky.
Yeah,
Good luck,
Jerky.
everyone.
Good luck, everyone. Good luck.
This
Oh wait, this is confidence coming in this game. Will they take it home? Will they TD first? Well, we're about to find out. Fortnite fan, one final game in Europe. Sunshine and a shy wager. That's the odds quiz. The final match is kicking off, boys. So, three team is good to be the last team who's on the line, and we're only straight in with Stravager. That's nothing with 20, almost 30 points in the high. Can they do it? Can they catch up to 12 in the final game? Last game! Last game! Because you know how that good luck, like this is the final game of the FNCS EU region. Will we have a new FNCS champion, or will him driving champion, I don't know, do the astronomical performance with all eyes on see that really trust card all have finals. Let's see. Will we get lucky for it? They're just good to be like, I think is they're not gonna be about consistency. They're just gonna be like gonna catch up and just
we're sitting very chill in that first place spot now.
Like good they need to actually be proactive.
Just stay waiting on low ground.
They can't stay waiting on low ground. So
depending on where the zone goes to, that'll be huge. You know what happens in the final games of the day on EU? We end up in the mountains, we end up in the sea. It gets crazy. Meanwhile, though, regardless of that, Jerky, first place, so good that the whole time. Just to show you how dominant these guys are. Their worst games on
yeah, like how much? Right, yeah,
have a good game no matter what. Every team right now in the lobby is spraying up and down.
So you know how much with a long trip best, and they have a void for team right now. If they wanted to do it, you're gonna do walking.
Truex's trio is at 155 for the session. That means for the day.
For the session.
Looking at Intelligence still locked in at 118.
Yeah, because you know how much
is 118 as well. So you're looking about 24 points difference between first and second. Third place right now is at 11 difference between third and second. Good luck doing math.
And in this final game, we pulled up an extra chair at the table. There are 3 teams.
I'm just sure how much
close by looking for that top tier first place spot. The champions of Europe, the before
champion
of and Nate rolling in 273 points throughout both days. They're also very close, but have to do so much.
But now it's going to go. Oh, like Queasy Yoki, I choose check this stuff. Take a look at that and be real. I hear that. You see that?
And they have to go through all
they're just gonna go to all gold
players that are all out there that have been just clawing, they've been bruising a
lot of people. That's good. To get on so just so shy, this is
very winnable situation considering zone war.
I consider it zone war. Anyway, last one, like all the way across the map.
I mean, neither team really pull the zone into their domain. Everyone's gonna have to move a little bit,
just good.
especially for ZR all the way at Sweaty Sands.
ZR, it's just good to be even Stevie set, so just good.
They're on a timer, and they have to make sure their game is efficient.
Yeah, just I'm getting the fish. I'm just going to be back. Just turning back to.
That's the only new team that are within the striking distance.
In the striking distance, within being auto qualification. This is what the phenomenal performance right now. They know how. They know that just change their place out. For some reason they
elimination points changes. They know that they could be aggressive. They could be that buzzsaw.
They just.
But this is what's been so impressive throughout the day. Is Truex, Queasy, and Jerky. We've been playing height aggressively, and who knows? Imagine.
Yeah, because imagine a day when they
had height. How much of a runaway performance this would be for season 6.
You know how much you could take.
I have it down in my notes. This team was literally supposed to win on day 1. The positions they were in, you're absolutely correct. Like they literally were dominant, and no team could, in theory, really catch them. In reality, though, they definitely did get caught.
They did get caught.
The VODs, making sure everything, all the mistakes were fine. They came into day 2, the fresh mindset, and now they have a huge lead on many teams. All they have to do this game is survive.
We already talked about a lot of numbers, but let me throw you the big numbers that's happening here. But let me put a pause on that, as our defending FNCS champions are in trouble. Lanouf's trio here has put so much pressure on them. Now that Janice is in a defensive stance here, Lanouf does get hit. It is cracked right now, and that might be just enough to kind of slow down this push that's happening from Slicks Mariah.
They're gonna be trying to go all the way in.
We go all the way
right now. They might not be holding anything back. In the last game, you might need a lot of eliminations to go a little bit higher. And the prize thresholds there are for the entire tournament we're watching so far, for the whole finals.
Sorry
for Janice and Chapix, it might not be possible for them to level up the whole way and get top 3. They're about, I would say, 40 points behind. They definitely would need to win. High Chris is here, still chasing them. They disengaged over and over again yesterday. And, you know, both teams have to play their games out. If this is the first time you're tuning in, watching Hen's team or watching on stream right now Under the Bridge, has been contesting High Chris's team for all 12 games. They're trying to run away, too, just to play this one out. High Chris does not care. They're coming through, chasing all the way. They're trying to have this fight towards the very end.
This is so heartbreaking to watch Hen, Chapik, and Janice. Chapik's tweeted out that he has never been contested since squads. We're just seeing them right now. Defending champions. Not a lot of room to breathe. They essentially need a double-digit elim and a victory royale, and a lot of other teams ahead of them to go down, but I'm not seeing it. As much as I would love to root for a repeat, the repeat is looking like it's in shambles.
Love it.
Tournament hanging by a thread, no shields to kind of protect them either. They have to do this absolutely raw. Vortex jumping all the way in. Hen gets taken out. Chapix 1 HP.
Chapix 1 HP.
These teams, both these players have such a history throughout these entire finals.
Been winning off the entire game. He gets the last sack. Joke.
Their run so far for the top 3 is over. Phenomenal though.
Go for some
more. For 12 games. They had a very good showing and will end somewhere within the top 10 or 15 at the end of the finals.
Team, so we are just gonna think about
something that
when it comes down to this, baby.
This is what it is all about.
The whole
FNCS, we still have 3 teams.
Yes, we have still 3 teams.
Separated by a victory royale. Payson, 4ZR and Nate. As a team, they're in 3rd place. Only 11 points behind. Again, 118. Keep an eye on that number. It needs to be added by 11 more points.
Added by 11 more points.
For 2nd place. Of course, that's all even come down to tiebreakers and things of that sort, but this is why I'm casting and I'm not an admin. Right now, we're all eyes right here. Focus. Everyone gather around. We're getting into the final moments of game 12 here. And you may think
I'm buying a member of Grateful, but you know how much he did have to get you. Like the finality, you know how much this is it. It is. And it's the last game to judge case.
First place.
Last year.
Last season gone. It's like we're at the coronation.
Last year we had the coronation.
If it was a
movie, it's a movie, but there could be a possibility of hygiene movie having at the ceremony. People are just being contested.
But once again, for these guys to lose their first place slot, they would have to go down. Before kind of the 8th or 9th zone. I don't see that happening, especially from this spot. There's no teams near him.
No teams for him.
This big guardian outpost. There's no chance that these guys flip up right now. As the game goes on, it will get scarier. Here's the team that wants to make it happen.
Wants to make it happen.
Refsguard, once again, 2nd place.
Second place.
Catch up. They need to win this game.
I was mentioning big numbers before. Let me hit you with those numbers right now. First place, $300,000. 2nd place, $210,000.
Like $210,000, 35,000.
Not only that acts of champions, not only be able to put that social media post, not only to be able to make that video that's gonna get thousands and thousands of views, and because everyone's gonna call you a champion. It's all about that life-changing.
All about this life-changing money.
Go down 4th and 5th, 6th, still thousands and thousands of dollars. That top 10 is gonna be a threshold that you want to break, because if you break that top 10 shot, that's going to be $10,000 a piece.
$1 piece.
You want to make sure you can catch up everything on the line as well for every team behind the one on screen right now. Payson, 4ZR and Nate. Basically, everyone from 4th place below.
If you're for fourth place below, and you know how to get these top 3 victories, yes, you ought to be invited to the next one. Be inside the finals as well. So Tayson, 4ZR, and Nate has all these stuff further up. They're gonna go inside the station and make sure they look hot. Get the all the qual of how much for the season. All the quality issues, errors, and he's like, what? They kind of fix up.
They look amazing today. Amazing right now, but they don't want to repeat the process.
Still, other teams that are in this match have a lot to play for themselves. You cannot forget about that all-star game that will happen later on. The top 15 will be able to get into that match.
You can,
We're looking for big qualifications on all sides. Queasy, Jerky, Trulex. In a little bit of trouble right now. These are the spots that you can't make mistakes at. And these are also the places where every other team who was playing normally might be slightly hungrier, understanding that, hey, you might need to get the top 10.
You know how much to get the top 2.
Portion surprising. I might
the
have
other
to
portions
in front of me that I usually wouldn't. Sun and Jules, a passive team, might make that choice, but no, with this defensive base, Queasy, Jerky, and Trulex will be fine. They'll
use the free throw. This guy could be walking around. Right now, this could be actually damage above. So this could be above, right? Before they after looking at both.
Just above Surge and 10 players have very soon.
Gotta go with that. Next set, so every shot, no matter what, they're gonna have to get these important time. He's armed with a
rifle. Doesn't get any connections, but look at the zone shot. Zone 2 is gonna be another.
It's gonna be a little minor finish.
Can't get nervous here on the Surge. I know it's just 18.
But just 18 has attack, so it's drastic, but faces key. Everyone else should be a lot more nervous and more desperate to put down.
Yeah. No. Doesn't get a single bullet on the head. People all the way up top. Stompy, Shadow, and Joe. And Lazy Lakes, 19 above now. It's looking fine. Everyone should be.
He's like, he should be edging. No, looking for box fight, looking to really.
The absolute limit. Trulex, Sweezy, Jerky, different circumstances. They're dealing fine. Pizza Ardent, sound desperate. Reason is right here with Vidil and Noah Riley. They're looking right beside right. Actually overtake them.
Let's go to
the top 3. They're in 4th place currently. Tayson has to defend this right now inside the same BOY. They're 192 damage below. They need to go for a fight. They're pushing for it. Ardent inside this building, but no, Tayson.
No Tayson that. Because he gets beat down and has to be water.
Outreach was worth it, but they're still not off scot-free.
Trying for like, but he's always not seeing monsters have to under be a better team. He's gonna go for the haunted down and give this to nightmares because look, they're only 9 above and throughout the entire day.
Being the bullseye, the target, and so many trios right now.
I'm so curious. I look at
eliminations to get them those $1,000 as they creep up more and more on the leaderboard. A lot to play for everybody else on the field.
A lot of business here. They could just be sitting on the round.
It's been surge issues.
Surge issues. Everything.
In this game. The finale, will they just trip up for now? Yeah, they go all the way up, build the bases, 86 damage above, it's looking good.
How much? Good to be 69 plays alive, it's Surge will start still. And
right now, Joe, Stompy, and Shadow.
Just those stuff.
Below them, Fast Roki and Ardent.
But look at the spots, look like, you know, it's just gonna be in the
and are moving on their way to an
the empty zone.
Now
he's gonna move into
a spot to survive. And not really have a team interrupt them. Wow, Jerky, a big bow shot to get Surge. Remember, they were barely up on it. Another one. This is so huge for Jerky. They don't have to make as many edits now. They're going to be relaxing for the moment, too. The issue is they've bullied 2 teams on mountains and caught their attention. One of them being a team that might be looking at them stop their run. Savage and Dread are ref scarred.
This is like one of those things right there is you're seeing that they're usually being really chill on Surge. They can make those kind of aggressive plays for height, but when you have that Surge parasite weighing you down, that anchor, you're not going to be as free to crank up to height. Those 90s just become a little bit heavier. In fact, everything is heavier right now. Every adaptation to their mouse or controller, whatever input they're playing on, just feels a little bit more heavier.
It feels a little bit more heavy, and it's like a 5-point weight sitting on it.
Definitely a lot of pressure.
So it's going to be definitely a lot of pressure.
We know how decorated Tayson is. We know the prowess of Nate and 4ZR too.
And this
popping off, whether it's duos for Nate, whether it's the trio prowess of 4CR as well. Tayson so good in every mode too. These guys can definitely do it, but once again, they're the team that the majority of players in this lobby are looking to take out. I know first and second are having their own battle, but for third, they are on the line. Above them want to break in. Andalex in 8th place wants to roll through.
He just wants to.
Kiriachi right below them in 5th. They're trying to get through too. They had a chance to meet up with Vidil, No O'Reilly, and Reason. They're right below them.
Back to Reason. Me one 7 stoppers and 7. Looking at
where that first place team is. Or just trying to get tags.
We're trying to get tags.
Looking good though. Center zone and everybody that's in the top 3, everybody in the lobby has been doled out 5 points. So that's why they went from 118 to 123. So far, no more. Top 3, no one's gaining ground. No one's lost ground right now between Andretti's trio, 4CR, and Queasy. All looking good. The only thing
Yoda one here. Please, one more trap, please, so I can give you a big shout out to you. Yeah, good one. You know how much you know. Yeah, bankroll, but yeah, because yeah, we got
to be able to withstand all this pressure that's happening right here, right now.
Yeah,
talk about pressure. This is
it's just a similar position we always saw. Like I don't believe and team focus you. You can't really move. Okay, the 5th stone. Start right.
Fast Roki's not letting this one go. They're dropping down all their ammo into this position. They ran out of shield.
They come to run on shield and they got the right completely.
It looks like they're looking to all in and they below.
Yo, one more live chat. If you type on it, send them. I'll give you a shout out.
169 for this session here.
I can know how much going at. About 70 points behind the third rank.
Looking at Thomas HD are also used to winning at least one game, I feel like, inside these finals, having a big pop-off, and they haven't done it yet. They could steal away the VR. They're still alive and looking really healthy. Meanwhile, Savage, wide open edit. After all that pressure. I was expecting a bow shot to come in that would not be good for just the inventory management and loadout. Joe Stompy are still all the way up on their high position in Lazy Lake. They're looking to dominate this game. They did one yesterday, but once again, they're looking for repeat performances, trying to get up in the pricing thresholds. Oh no, 4CR down. That's what I was talking about. Fast Roki did not want them to get away for free. Nate now stuck behind the wall. It's not his. He can't edit it. Pizza looking for the big shots, but he goes down. The Storm and a lot of shots inside the circle as well. Nate, as a result, getting the Elam or not, will fall privy to them too. Tayson will have to leave him behind. And look who they're going to be running into. Reason, Vidil, No O'Reilly. He's caught their attention. The 4th place team right below them might be the ones to take him out, but he might be actually affecting them in moving by. I think, yes. My! He picked up Vidil, got the Elam too. 4th place now in shambles. 3rd place just has one teammate left over. Tayson is not going to go out without a big bang. He's looking for the big shots.
Go look for the big shot. Reason that he's good to take out and shield. He's going to be 17
really desperate. They pushed up on these builds to move forward. But this, they're still not in zone. This is trouble.
Tayson, the 2-time FNCS champion, a trio champion, and a solo champion.
He's gonna make his way to the whole love John. We want to make sure they get close to the top here. But we see there's still we're still just gonna make it to top 3 and City in 4th place within the rest of it and taste of it is okay. I'm mild music because they're going to be light in the final game.
Savage still acting like a frilled neck lizard right now, really puffing out his chest and looking for big positions all the way inside the circle. Every team right now is doing their best to be intimidating and make sure no other team steps through or gets in their box. Meanwhile, Queasy, truly jerky, the first place trio is not on that wavelength. They're more so operating like a jack in the box. Low ground, being very low-key. They don't want to make any over edits. They're hiding from us. Big scary trio. There they are, side by side. First and second place with a very different play style. And with a full metal base, basically, a submarine base looks like all the way on low ground. No one's going to be penetrating it whatsoever. No shots will really come through. They'll be fine all the way till endgame.
let me just make things simpler right now. I know all of us are trying to do math, but Weezy, if they could just outplay Andretta, then they're going to be able to have a great chance of winning it all. It's basically a victory royale for Andretta. That is the win condition for the FNCS Championship.
This is a 2 trios race. You're absolutely right. Whoever survives longer wins this FNCS. As long as they get to one of those end game circles. So we're on our marks. We're getting set and ready in 3 seconds. We'll have the zone and we'll be ready to go. Toos, Kiriachi, Story right. Kiriachi, Story right. You know, but no Rally. Reason of a deal are on height. They're so good at just punishing every low ground team. This will be trouble for Savage and Queasy as well. None of them looking to take height really. They're looking to survive. Same place, same boxes, and they both don't really pull zone completely. It's a pseudo max rotate, and they might be right beside each other.
Savage, the in-game leader for this situation right here. His prowess, his clutch factor is all on the line. He has to lead Refsguard and Andretta. Savage joining this duo to form this newly trio that's performing out of their minds right now. Only 13 above Storm Surge, so that's going to be dangerous for them.
They're following the old tarp of True Like Squeezy.
Yes, we see. No.
It feels like, and right behind their tails, they actually
behind their tails.
That could have been so dangerous out ahead of them. Breaking into another person's box, so they might go toe to toe with Andalex on low ground and focus on the bottom right now for Savage. Queasy is way ahead of zone. They're looking really good right now. Savage, meanwhile, is walking by, burning trees, the forest set ablaze, and working to build an argument his own. This is not normal. He likes having his own. They found ultimate low ground, though. They're free.
God, they're free Patrick that they're looking for. They're excuse my brother, bros. Get some fire. Get the rest of the build chapter. Alright. They're trying to go for the drop that blood, but okay, die. Above the 70 so Queasy tries to go back. Gets a nice guy. I feel that time I said all eyes are rolling in the light and seeing. Let's see what happens when your Savage is going to danger. Savage is going to say the same beat, but no one out of these people here. This is going to be the number right now for the tournament, and this is other two live right now. Ken Tweezy, Jackie, and Chiles. Just those are both going on the bottom side. That was the drill. It's just elimination. Pushing through the build. A good speed of build. Hold on, so that's how they have to do it. Queasy is good. He's going to give the center. That's not how he's getting to try and finish any of it to do for. Could be on the front, and the pump shot goal is straight to the face. Queasy, Monty trying to.
Savage though, pop the med kit, he's looking good all the way on the bottom right side of your screen. Anas, Thomas, Flick are still doing their thing on high ground.
Still doing their game on the. They're not over. Ready to get to FNCS. And the Dreader has gone down on the bottom right side of the feed. Second place might be getting left behind in the dust. And Fire has weird geniuses are looking to control low. So they're right on the same there at the low ground. Just a small little separation. Sorry, Rescue. Just gonna go work together as trusted to. I'm not trying to make comments. Just gonna be more points on the board. It's unbelievable. The second is on the low ground. That's it. Going to a fist and be the over. They need to be able to catch up right now. We are Queasy and Jackson. You see Queasy and he's in charge of Queasy's going to be taken out. No! Savage! He's doing death goals with the 6th elimination. It's a victory royale! It's right here! Right now! WT Crewless right now for the first team might be still in the way. Joking!
It looks like I don't see Savage alive either.
Gonna go for this Savage alive right now. Gonna go for the other team that was Crewless. I'm joking, done enough to wrap up the FNCS game because it might be a matter of moment, but it should be our champions. Meanwhile, Thomas at time to go. I'm trying to the EU. This is gonna over not go down. Although it's still close to the Thomas AG, it's going to the box. Clutching down. And it's going to the 1v3. The impossible task. He's one of the top of this year, and he's going to fight everything with one champion for the United game, and it's not even loaded top, and this is the game around who's with the final game. But that's the game in 2 minutes, 3-3 right now, like how you know, like he's going to do that. OMG, guys! Wow, what is this going to do? Congratulations, end up game of season this time, though, going to be. But hey, the sun's going to be popping right here, right now for 3-2, guys. And Jerky, congratulations, you are the Sweden's FNCS champion. So let's take a look at this. So we're right above the first day with the budget, the way the players so it's going to be in the way because the budget is being best this time though. This time now it's still keep surviving. It's gonna go to the 33 points. It's going to be do that. This is going to be very unpredictable. Like you guys, this is gonna have to go with like really see that to create all together when it matters the most. When it matters the most, and it's going on the final. Like, oh, these are
on the casting desk. 2 days of games.
You know how much is that?
We've seen in you. I wouldn't want to cast with
He's
anyone
going to go for the casting anyways. I don't know. It's a bit of pleasure. So thank you for having me, and thank you to production. Let's keep you to all these players in the world. So, Shyway, thank you guys. After all, incredible. That's just gonna try to get that 5-3 elimination. And just do 3 axes of champion, and this is yeah, Turkey. They won at all. I love big about it. Like oh, he's gonna keep trying, but he did. Because this is I'm sorry. Sorry for that.
Away with it. Oh my gosh, boys! What an incredible day!
There has been absolutely
no doubt in my mind. These teams have been one of the teams, the best doing days in the early days. Because anytime you're watching these teams, it's going to be not in the bad. Like he's going to do that because I can do it. Go back in the game, like he's going to be back in the back and see 3 victory royales. Like he's going to be clean that. So he's not. He's going to go for the title right. It's going to walk. It's going to go for the duo and the trio. Like he's going to go for the detective type. Like he's going to go. He's going to consider the title of the season. He's going to the big season. Then he's gonna go to the victory round. And this is in the spot with the trio. He's been kicking hardly with the other team over the line. And the FNCS championship is over. Look how much like he's going to be changing how much it is. Like I know every finals is every place. Good. Yeah, how much because you know how much he gets. You tell me finals. And on the finals, they're just average. That is incredible. That is the most consistent day the final you get in. So your tournament is done.
All of these different kind of moments, incredible consistency from these guys, and these guys have been absolutely.
It's going very testy on fire. They got the lowest point.
The lowest point game, I said this earlier, was 10. That wasn't only just today in the finals. The lowest point
to that played, and it got you know how he's going to go to the qualifier team as well. So it's just gonna go for the Nazis guys out. So it's going to be nasty. All teams like that. So that's going to be like you might see and something like the players like you can like just come out. And trying to see let's talk about family that's money and wanting to win everything. Games, families and hard out families. Good. So these but it's good to be happy. I'm so proud of them. because it's the greatest achievement that will never be forgotten. So good work, and we're happy, we're proud about the guarantee, and each battle has been getting free 25 by gun, and it's going to be doing great. This is a huge accomplishment. The champions of the region, obviously, of course, the X's of champions. They've just gone too far in this season. Crazy Trio to Jerky. So that's what you know. Once again, congratulations to the new trio champion in Europe. Well fought in the entire season, and now you can hold your head high. But the axis of champion in hand, and moving on to the further champion in the next FNCS. We're going to with Dave Boy. Just going to be standing with Bear because those other teams we are talking to. Something because it's bitch and nail biter. Nothing. And I can't even process. I'm trying to process this because no, this is going to be that. So I can't believe it. We're going to take a look at here is at the next little bit. My goodness. He's going to be back at the end. All you have to see Jerky was number 1. 388 points, $300,000 earned for the team tree. And he's going into the final game. It was ultimate. He's going to they had the ability to clutch up, like they could have the second. It's been falling a little bit trying to get. They can't be upset with the second place finish. This has been they played their minds just the last 2 days. They're just gonna be played, guys. Or how much we must have bitches and you don't go to Libya. Good. The third team that will the ultra qualifiers for the next week's AFCS Grand Finals is Tisa for the nation, and it's going to be the fun to know that this is going to be 4th year in Nations. Yeah. Nope. That's different. And you know when you miss out, we've been missing on any team with the he's going to go to the Fortnite. So he's going to show how much he's the best player in the world. So he's going to try and get the win. Like he's going to can't wait to win into the next season. He's going to show how much he's checking Sunday. You can see how much they look at these. We want to say, oh, we wish we could have gone to the better day. We're just going to go to the great result for the lot of you guys. To do something like
yeah, that's a nice bit of Wonga for placing in between the levels. You know, I say this, I think, multiple times. If you're a team who's placed between the 11th and the 20th, you know what?
But you know you guys are performing the best. Well overdue to those finals and now making it here today. Yeah, you don't see that.
Fix their mistakes. There's so much
because you know how much you can know how he's just.
You know what? It didn't work out across this weekend.
Like he's going to cross the 2 days, but it 5% time for against the same season. But this, let's take a look at this way.
We have some highlights for you. You know, so many of the best players, right? Coming into this weekend, we were saying this is the most stacked FNCS finals we've ever had.
FNCS finals, and if you know how we prepared it. He's going to the big finals. This is why you don't tell you to go to find out. He's like going to the best hand. But all the teams on the way with cracking clips are retaking it. Are just going to. He's going to the team as well. He's going to go to the team how it gets the first team like what? Hey, you know, you're just gonna go for the team like you. He's going to get the starting home. He's going to be this. It looks like they just been in time in the top 3. It didn't end up happening for things. They moved so strong, and there's the best 100%. Watching on how much is this. Gonna take the best team on it. Okay, I'm just gonna go for the same. If you just get seeing how much they get, the hardest time to do is one victory royale. They decide.
These guys were
He's going to be absolutely phenomenal to watch. So there's no much any players I can say they played the high levels in Fortnite period across any region. These guys are the top as yesterday. Are just going to be at limits just one. You have to see us and just give me you have to see the how they will say so I say that when it's gonna be insane like it's to be a team who's been watching television or hardware, so it's going to be some team who are just going to try to cycle hard. He's going to use chip or whatever kind to get the high ground like a 50 or whatever it is. Like, you hard to see this for the I'm watching many seasons, you can't get high games. Whatever the season looks like. If they had it early, maybe whatever they have it. To see whatever they have highly. You got to further incredible high rise. So no, absolutely insane. Season 6 now comes to a close for Europe. As always, for last night, we love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging us, guys. Follow me on TikTok, here right the broadcast. However, before we say on the value buys, we're just going to have the teaser of what's next to come. How about an also tip? Now I know you got a lot of it, but don't worry, dude. We're posting things to so my more meetings to keep your eyes locked on there, and I have to answer that question. Well, that was after. Well, don't forget we'll be going off to LES. We will not going to be here, so we see you there. U23. So we see you until next time, Fortnite. We love you guys, and we see you there on the battle bus. Bye. And that's the beat for what baby word they could create.